Hey, welcome to the Bob and Tam Show. We're a few minutes early because
questions.
So I've got to get it to where we get it on the other pages because they're not letting us put them on there at this moment. So let me try to get that while that's trying to come up. It takes a few minutes to go live. We are at Loud American. We just had, or I had the beef tips. Excellent again today. She had a chicken salad.
Yep.
And she ate all that, so that must have been pretty good too. So hot right now. These last 2 days, we've gotten up to about 86 yesterday, about 95 today. Kind of windy. We're hoping the wind won't affect the conversations too much. And so we'll see
how down the wrong way. I am feeling better.
And let me see if we can get it on here. Are you on YouTube? Is that where you're at?
Yeah.
You need to be on StreamYard if you want to put the comments up there.
How do you do that?
You can take this phone. And let me copy that because I need something to put on here so I can put it on the other things. Type in StreamYard.
Should have did this before we started.
That's why we came on a little early.
Just at StreamYard?
Yeah. And well, I'm going to have to log in. So, technical difficulties as we get everything going here.
That way I don't have to go way up there and reach, because we're trying to stay in the shade because it's a little warm. And there's a little bit of a breeze. There was more shade over there in front of the building, but it was no breeze.
Well, across the street, Loud American, or One Eye Jack's got their music really cranked up instead of, I don't know what they're trying to prove.
I need to bring the camera a little closer. It looks like it's in the sun.
And,
have to keep an eye on that.
Yeah, because it overheated once before. So I got that one on there. Let me see what the other one is. Sturgis page here. Put it on here. Paste. Go there. All right. So you can go and look at your comments again until I get this. Oops. Until I get that all going.
All righty. So a lot of people's on. Less than 40 days. How about that, Glenn? That's pretty. It's getting close. Clint says hi to everybody. Thank you for being a sticker member also. We just had a new guy, Doug Sharf. He's a Super Team member too. So thank you all for those of you that have stickers. Roadkill Ron's on. And Har 27.99's on. That's Bob and D. How are you guys doing? He said the rhubarb's not doing so hot this year, so I may not get a pie. And I told him that was fine.
Echo.
Turn it down.
Oh, you got to get the... You have to go out to the truck. Take this with you.
No.
You got a microphone?
Yes.
So stay tuned while we get everything working here.
It won't go all the way down for whatever reason.
I know. There it
goes. And so then...
all right, let me get this.
So 3 airs.
Lost it.
I
don't know. You must have touched something.
So I'm going to go back to the comments here. So yes, my rhubarb pie I didn't get. So I told him that was okay. The last 2 years have been excellent, and I do appreciate that. Greg is on. Greg McBee. He's from Northern Illinois. How far north are you? We used to live in LaSalle Peru area. And Mr. Barton's on 1234. He says hello. Greg says computers are making great overlords. Yeah, they're nice when they work, but they're a pain when they don't.
Go. So don't touch none of your buttons on the side.
Well, I don't
know.
It's the way he handed it to
So here we go. So she'll start looking at some comments. We got a lot of things to talk about tonight. If you're, we are officially in Sturgis staying now. So we're over at the Kathmandu. If you're come early, Kathmandu is open, full hookups. They are booked for RVs through the rally. So once the rally starts all the way through the end, there's no more RV spots. They have some boondocking, dry camping, and tent camping is still available if you want to come over there. We sold them out this year. Last year, they only had about 65%, and this year, they're 100%. So pretty good. We're checking out the bathrooms. They got a new bar they made. We'll be showing you some videos on that pretty soon. They're going to have a band on some of the nights. So they're going to have some entertainment. So it'll be pretty neat. And they will invite, if you're one of our subscribers, you will be allowed to come in for the events that we have going on over there. So that's, first off, we want to talk about that. We also got a couple other things we want to talk about. One of the guys that we stayed with, the family, we stayed with probably, I don't know, 10 years ago, out in Rapid City, Doug. He's got 2 rooms available in his basement. And what makes his room so great is, one, they're big rooms. They got queen size beds in them. So they're up for 2 people per room. You got your laundry there. You can do your laundry. What the nicest thing is, the biggest thing that they're talking about out here is hail. They've had more hail this year than any other year so far. Nice thing, if you stay with him, you get to put your bikes in the garage all the time. Yep. He puts his cars outside, bikes go in garage. So he's got a deal. What runs? You got to do at least 3 nights. It's $125 a night per room. So it's up to 2 people per room. So if you're like us, we came with Art before, so it was like $250 per night, and stayed. And it's possible if you stay the whole 10 days, he might work something out with you. If you're interested, get in touch with us. Get an email. Get up there and get the email to come up. And you can email us, say, hey, we're interested in getting some information. I'll send you his email, and then you guys can talk back and forth. But I mean, they're a great family. They even had one a year or so ago. They even let them use the kitchen. They got a refrigerator out in the garage. You can put your beer or whatever you want in there.
Food, whatever.
What's nice about it, they're real close to the flat track out in Rapid City. So if you want to do that, but I mean, what we loved about that is just like what we just did. Is you're so much closer to everything else. You're so much closer. If you want to do some serious riding, you're out there by the Badlands. You're closer to the Badlands. You're Custer State Park, Custer, Hill City, Keystone. All those towns are just miles away from you versus all the way over here, 25, 30 miles. Or if you stayed in Spearfish or if you stayed out in Deadwood, it's farther over. So if you're interested, get in touch with us. Let us know.
It's a great place to rent. He hasn't rented it out yet. We just had dinner with him the other night, and it was like the first time when we rented something when we came out here. We were very leery, very skeptical, but you know us, we know them, we can vouch for them. It's a great place. They're not going to take your money. You're not going to show up and say, "Who are you? We're not renting our house."
And they're just great people. She's a teacher, and he works at the lumber yard in town, and they're at work all day. And well, she's home now. It's summer school, but school be starting. I think she said it's starting second or third. She's got to go back to school already.
Something like that.
So they give you a code for the garage where you can get in, and then you got stairs to go down into the basement. And the basement's all finished. You got your own bathroom down there. 1 bathroom to share between the 2 rooms. Got a big stand-up shower in there. I think it's got dual sinks. I remember dual sinks. I did a video, but I looked for it. I did a video about 3 years ago on them, 2 or 3 years, and I can't find it.
We went and got the trailer.
Yeah, I can't find it. I thought maybe it was the year we did the fireworks 2 years ago, so I don't know. I'm still looking for the video to kind of show you guys if you want to see that. One sexy biker chick, she still has some stuff going on over there. She's got some tent spots. I think she gets $40 a night for tents, and you got off-street parking, and you get a free breakfast every day. So with that one. So if you want to know more about that, that's the Sturgis house.
They also have bathrooms and laundry on facility too.
Yeah, so that's kind of nice. So just 2 places that we know that we vouch for both people. And so depending if you want to stay in town or you want to get away from all the, when we first started coming, I don't think we even came down to Main Street. We probably did, but it's not one of my highlights. And we didn't really go to any of the bars along here. We hung out at the old Full Throttle. And that was where it goes the motorcycle. It got quiet on motorcycles today. We've been out here for a couple hours. We ate dinner and did lunch. We moved late. We moved this morning. To tell you a little bit about temperature, what you might suspect. So last week we were out in Custer. If you've seen the video that we did on Custer, what was the temperature going to be that night?
34.
And what was the wind chill going to make it?
0.
So that's how cold it could get. So yes. So you should always
then just like this last week, Wednesday, Thursday was cold. It was probably in the 50s, light mist. Wasn't really downpouring rain, just
but only missed it one day.
Rain.
But it did rain spotty off and on. But
it was chilly. It was like in the 50s, 60s. And Friday got a little warmer, still kind of misty, hazy. And then yesterday it warmed up just like that.
Yeah.
And now
we went from
80s,
the 60s to the 89. Now the rest of this week coming up, we're going to supposed to be in the 80s. Now the humidity's not bad. If you're used to Florida, Myrtle Beach, East Coast, down south, the humidity is nothing here. It's like here, it's 90 degrees. Been 90 since we've been sitting here. But with the breeze, It's a cooler breeze,
Yeah.
and it's not bad. Most of the people are sitting inside in the air condition. Or if you go in the air condition, you don't want to come back out.
Yeah.
But
I
it's
mean,
not
once
bad.
you're out here a few minutes, you're used to it.
It'd be good for riding and stuff like that. So we're going to be doing some more riding next week. Starting next week, we will be starting our series on Sturgis since we're here. Each one will be numbered. And each one will be something special. Might be rides. Now we can't put all the rides into one video. We can talk about that at the end of different rides and things like that. Which ones you want to go, which ones you don't. But we've gone on a whole lot. We've already done a bunch of rides that I haven't even put up yet. So there's a lot of that stuff to still see. One of the things that we've had, number one question that I've had through email is, what the heck is going on with the knuckle? SBB, Suck Bang Blow in Myrtle Beach, bought it. Well, we got to sit down with all three owners this week. And we got the skinny or the scoop, whatever you want to call it. We got it to where we're going to be giving you that next week, and you get to meet the three guys that own it. And I was actually shocked. I thought they would all be a little bit older. One's about probably in his early 50s, but the other guys, I'd say late 30s, early 40s. Great guys, very friendly. They actually had black paint on their hand. They were painting the stage. They were actually doing
They're
work.
very hands-on.
Yeah. So I was
Like John at Gator. They're not afraid to get dirty and get in there and get done what needs to be done.
But what I really liked about them was what we said. We said, well, we've been trying to get a hold of you down in Myrtle Beach. And they're like, why didn't you find us? I said, well, nobody would tell us who the owners were. And they said, oh, you guys can come talk to us anytime now. So we'll have a pretty good relationship with them. And we'll be showing you a lot of stuff. We did find out what happened with the band.
I wouldn't say anything about that.
It had to do with contracts. Well, we'll say a little bit. What ended up being is they booked them. The Buffalo Chip had a 3-year agreement with them that they could pick them up at any time during that 3 years. And so that's what they did. They pulled them. I don't know if we haven't talked to the Chip yet to see if they knew they were already booked with them or not. I don't know. So it went from a free concert to a pay concert. So I don't know. They weren't real happy about it. But they got but they've got all their bands are booked. They're all free to go to at the Knuckle. There's no charge. They got some really cool things. And we'll be telling you about that on the video coming up next week. So that'll be coming up. So we got other things. We're going to be doing the Dungeon Bar this week. We'll get down there and show you a little bit about that. Who's running it now? We knew the guy that actually built it or dug it out. We had talked to him years ago, but he never went on camera, I don't think.
Nope.
But his daughter's kind of running it now. So maybe she'll tell us a little bit more. They used to have a guy down there that would set it up in the morning. I don't know if he's still there. If he's still there, he knows a lot. He's been down there for 30 years fixing that all up. So we never really got to do the Dungeon Bar. So this year we're going to do that. So that's kind of exciting. We were going to go out today every Sunday now, all the way up till actually pre-rally, which is the
28th, something like that.
Yeah, 28th or 29th, that last Sunday. Full Throttle Saloon is doing a Sunday event.
Cars, bars, and guitars.
Yeah, so it's pretty neat. I wanted to go out today, but with us moving. She had to wash her hair. So we didn't get here as soon as we wanted. I didn't want to go over there and then maybe miss getting here on time. So I came down here, washed the truck. Not supposed to rain for the next week.
We'll see.
Just got done with the Camaro rally. We didn't make it here yesterday because of all the things we're just trying to do. Things going on, so we didn't get a chance to get down here to see what they had.
Except for hamburgers yesterday.
Yeah, we went to the dealership. Black Hills Harleys had a big event yesterday. It was called Racing for Summer. And that was called Racing for Summer.
Something like that.
And I said on the video. But they gave free hamburgers away, chips, soda,
There was a lot of people there.
Oh yeah, so we videotaped that just to show you that. And we're here that they're doing something just about every weekend too until rally time. There goes that SS Chevelle. And so we got a lot of classic cars down here. When you look down here in Sturgis, a lot of people coming through with classics.
I did get my voice back, and now he's got a touch of it. I hope he don't have the same thing I have. He's got the bad headache and a little bit of a cough, but he doesn't have the sore throat. My sore throat finally went away. Didn't hurt this morning.
So we'll see how it all goes. So we're finally where we're supposed to be for all the way through the rally, Kathmandu. So we should have a lot of you coming there. We're going to be doing Monday is when we're figuring on doing the meet and greet. You come over, have some fun. We'll go around here and probably have some freebie stuff to give away to people, drawings and stuff.
We're gonna do some games.
Yeah, we're gonna do some adult games there. while we're there. Some of the ones we did over at
Windy Acres.
Windy Acres. So if you're with a couple, most of them are more couple games.
Yeah.
If you're two dudes together, it wouldn't work real good.
Well, we had 2 girls.
Yeah, that wasn't so bad though. So that's kind of going
It's
on.
always okay for 2 girls, but not 2 guys.
Yeah. So let's see what else is going on. They got the new banners up. You can see. I don't know if you can see.
When do the vendors start setting up? Ray wants to know.
Most of the vendors will probably not set up until that 29th, that Saturday. The way the permits here in town go is they go so many days. I don't know if it's 7 days, 10 days. Because I know like Dan Kite and them, we'll have to call them up. And they're an early one that sets up.
Hey, Jeff.
I think Speeds is going to set up early too. So we'll get a hold of them and let you guys know. The dealership will not be officially their vendors till the 29th, whatever that Saturday is. What Saturday?
You want me to mess up my phone
Well,
to look at the date?
And so she'll look at that. And they have about 75%. We're sitting down with them tomorrow or this week and get a video with you. A lot of people want to know what's going to happen to Amsoil Adams since they bought that lot.
I don't know. It don't make any sense.
What?
That last weekend, Saturday is the 27th and the 28th is Sunday.
Okay.
29th is Monday.
Well, it must be the 27th. But 20 year in the right year.
Well,
So the 27th, the last Saturday of July. You're in July, not June.
Oh, this isn't my phone. I was in July 27th, 28th.
All right. So
Yeah, that's got to be right because
the last weekend of July. That's right.
I know.
It starts on the 2nd.
Well, this was leap year. Because Charlie died on the Friday, which was the 28th.
It's not always going to be the exact same day.
It should be the day after. But since it was leap year, it's 2 days after. So I guess that's right.
The 27th is Saturday is when the vendors will be set up. Most of them will be set up at Black Hills Harley Davidson. That's exit 55. So we'll be showing you that. We'll be showing you the big tent going up, all that kind of stuff. So we're going to be sitting down with them this week and doing an interview. And they're going to tell us about the vendors, more or less just the new vendors that are going to come. We're kind of interested in. We're also interested in what they're going to do with that new lot, how that's going to work this year. I believe they're going to try to put more vendors in there. They've always had a waiting list. What we're hearing is some of the things we're curious about if they're going to have any food over there, because my opinion is they're not going to probably have the bike wash that Adam always shows you, because they don't really do that over at the main lot. I don't think what's going to happen is whatever they kind of do on the main lot, they're going to do on that lot. So I don't think we're going to see that.
So Chad says barbecue ? We didn't have barbecue today, but we did go to JR's Road.
Yep, we have not put that video up yet. We did that. Was that Saturday? Yeah, Saturday we went and ate there.
So Chad, are you coming this year? Because we didn't get to meet you last year. Met your brother. And where are you staying at? Because we're going to be at Kathmandu this year. Karen says hi, Bob and Tam, and Glenn says hit that thumbs up button.
There you go.
It's right here.
So lots and lots and lots and lots of stuff going on. We're going over to the Buffalo Chip this week too. We're going to be talking about their bike shows, what they got going on with that. They're going to do a meet and greet for our YouTubers. They call it influencers.
Content creator.
So if you want to meet like Adam Sandoval, and you want to meet Her Two Wheels, and you want to meet Vicky from Highway Vixen, and there'll be some more there too, and us. That's going to be on the Sunday, first Sunday. I think it's 1 to 3. That's free. You go back to Camp Zero. That's the road that's on the side of the Buffalo Chip. You go down in the left-hand side. They've redone the barn. Supposed to be a lot nicer. We haven't gone in there yet. We'll check that out next week too. See what that looks like inside and show you guys what that is. They've got some more full hookups, which are already sold out. They did some more asphalting in the back. They did something else they showed us.
Oh, the museum is all redone.
Yeah, the museum's going to be completely redone. And we'll give you a preview of that before opening day. So right now they're still doing the construction work. So we won't show anything until probably about a week before. They'll probably have everything set up.
So Chad said yes, and he's saying in town and at the Chip.
There you go. So we're not at the Chip this year. We will be there. We're sitting back, relaxing in the shade.
Yep.
And so I don't know how well you can see us.
I don't want you to get pinched.
How well you can see us. We might be a little dark with a white background. We're here at Loud American. Great food. Somebody recommended us to go across the street to One Eye Jack's. They're supposed to be having a smokehouse food now. Well, the only problem I've got right now, by the 2 times we've been here, Sunday and Monday, or Sunday last week and Sunday this week, I don't smell any meat cooking.
No, that's true.
So I don't know if it's stuff they're buying that's already pre-cooked and they're heating it up, so I'm going to ask them, because somebody told us we should go there. It's really good food, which we try to patronize most of the restaurants around here. We don't just pick one. We never ate at One Eye Jack's before. They never really had any real food. So now they started this year, lunch and dinner, and it says smokehouse meals now that they have. So we'll go check that out and see. I've had some other people. We've got some cool bars that are in the area. I got one. It's a barn we're going to be checking out. And so that'll be a little different. That's not too far from here.
No.
There's another one down the road here that's called the I Bar. I had somebody write me and said they wanted me to check that out. We'll probably go by there, but I don't think it's at a hotel too, a little motel. I think it's over by Spearfish.
We'll check it out.
Yeah, I don't know if it's really worth going there or not. It looks pretty basic, like nothing fancy. And it's been a family business for 25 or 30 years, but I mean, it's not you go in a bar like some of the bars we go in, like Moonshine Gulch. You go down there and it's like, oh wow, this is cool. It has its own
old school bar.
Yeah, it's something unique.
It has its own personality.
When you go to the bars here, they're all a little different too. But these are Sturgis bars in town. We don't spend a lot of time in the Oasis. It's more of a regular old school bar. But it's a cool bar because it's a bar that's here year round. They do karaoke during the rally. A lot of locals go there. A lot of people we know go there a lot. A lot of the old timers will go to Oasis instead of going to any of these. And Oasis has food too. So,
bar food.
Yep. So, it is what it is. And everybody probably has a favorite.
Hey, Tony.
Here at One Eye Jack started this last Saturday. Every Saturday now,
American.
They're having band.
Not American.
Yep. What'd I say?
One Eye Jacks.
No, we're not at One Eye Jack. Sounds like One Eye Jack's doing nothing but playing DJ music. But Loud American over here in the Jack Daniels tent, they're doing bands on Saturday night. So last Saturday was the first one, yesterday. So from now on till rally time, they'll have a band. And then, of course, during the rally, there'll be a bunch of bands too. The Knuckle has a few more well-known ones you might know. I think
up-and-coming country bands. I think that Parmala, I think is one of them. Some very good tribute bands they're going to have. So that'll be kind of cool. So we'll put up when we do the thing on the Knuckle, we'll put up some of their flyers so you can see the bands that are coming. Because I can't remember all of them.
Yeah, I mean, they talk about them on the video. They tell you the names of the bands that they have. So it's slowly getting put together. I think the Chips still got one more day to announce. Well, they've announced that first Saturday is going to be fight night. There's 9
knuckle fighting.
Yeah, the bare knuckle fighting. So they're actually older champions coming back. So if you go on our Facebook page or our YouTube pages, you can see the links that we put up of the girls that they're doing. Supposed to be guys too. There could be as many as 12, but right now there's 9 on the ticket. There's going to be a band before and after. We're hearing that. What we're hearing is, I don't think they've announced it, but I'm going to say it anyway, because they already announced the fight, that it's going to be that all-girl AC/DC band. We've heard them before. They're pretty popular. I think they come out of California or someplace, and they sound really good. So that's kind of neat. Another one that's going to be there is the last Saturday is the Little Mini-Me's doing Kiss. I've never seen them, but I've seen some videos on them, and I think that'd be funny as hell. So that might be worth checking out if you're still here at the last Saturday. Kentucky Headhunters are going to be at the Full Throttle Saloon on Saturday night opening.
Morgan.
He's even having a a catfish fry or something, fish fry out there one day during the rally. Lori Morgan's the last Saturday. I think he's got Saliva or something's going to be playing there. So nobody really, other than, which we did look at the Buffalo Chip.
Inside the Chip. It's going to be in their main, what do they call it? The amphitheater.
What? The Mini-Me's?
No, the bare knuckle fighting.
Yes. So the arena will be
at the big knuckle.
No, it's not Big Engine. It will be down. You have to pay to get in. So if you got a camping pass, you're good to go. So it'll be that first Saturday, and it's bare knuckle. Now, we heard possibly there could be a pre-fight on Friday night on opening night. The ring will already be there when you guys show up on Friday. If you come in on Friday, you'll already get to see the ring. The ring's being put up Wednesday and Thursday. We'll be there to cover it. Actually, one of our subscribers is the truck driver that brings that in.
That's right. Can we say his name or not?
Yeah, why not?
Big Ben.
And we've been trying to catch up with him in Florida. So finally, we'll get to catch up and meet him, and he'll meet us, and we'll be all set. So he'll be there to hang out for the rally. And he'll probably be here all the way through Saturday, probably Sunday. He'll probably be heading out. But we do see at the Chip that the premier seating for Kid Rock and for
Jelly
Roll are sold out. Now, do not let you think that general admission is sold out. They will never give up general admission, which is a camping pass. It's not general admission.
Billy, Mr. Crap on a Cracker, just to let you know, you still can get tickets for Kid Rock. They just won't. You just can't get top shelf tickets.
Yes.
So him and Mrs. Cracker Sandy were both on. So Roadkill Ron said he's seen Mini Kiss, and he said they lip sync, but that's a good
do
time.
they really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that sucks.
But he said it's a good time still.
So I don't know. They got a bunch of Kiss acts going on here. Because they're going to have over at the Iron Horse, they have, what's the band called? Plays 3 nights?
Oh, Hairball.
Hairball. They'll do Kiss one night. Out at Kickstands, they've got Dr. Love, which somebody sent me and they thought it was a different band. But this is the one that's a Kiss band. And so I think I found the one it is. And
Thanks, Ernest.
the whole team, the whole group dresses up like Kiss. But we're over at the Iron Horse, they'll only be the singer. The head singer will dress up. So that's pretty exciting. So that's some things going on. What's nice about all those, even the Full Throttle Saloon, if you get there before 6 o'clock, it's free to get in. It's only after that you have to pay, I think, 10 or 20 bucks, and he gives you a drink or two with it. So it kind of averages out. But if you get there before 6, it's free. So all the bands pretty much are free to see, except for going out to the Buffalo Chip. They're the only ones that are charging you to get in. So that's that.
They're charging you for a camping pass, not.
They'll charge you to get in the property. Now, if you go up to the Big Engine Bar, the bike shows, all that stuff is free. Tam's going to have her bike either. Don't know if we'll do both shows, but she's going to try to put it in the Evo show, and she's going to put it in the Sportster show. Don't know if she'll do both. Just have to see how her time allows. So if you want to see her bike, it'll be in one of those shows.
Glenn says Kickstands has a few cover bands this year too.
Yeah.
A lot of times they'll have Jasmine Kane. I think that's very
Thursday and Friday.
And then they usually always have Wade Jennings, which is Waylon Jennings'
grandson, I think.
And he's generally been out there. I haven't seen that for sure, but
I've been posting them. If you've been looking on our Facebook page, or if you've been checking out our Sturgis Facebook page, that's the one that says share and
your info, like
something like that. Like and share your info or something. It's called Sturgis. That one there, you have to. And what makes it different on our page is we have to okay you to be members. We're already here, and there's another page that's similar to ours that has a lot more comments, but people are finding out there's a bunch of more bull crap on there. And so that's why we made all of our pages private, because we had the same problem too. People scamming people. So we really try to watch that. We did get one guy scamming. It was doing drawings. And he looked legit to me. But then somebody wrote, if you see something like that, somebody pops something up. I think there's a guy right now, I'm almost ready to take it down. It's a guy that wants to rent a duplex, $700 a month. But I think he wants a year's lease. So that's what he's saying. Well, rent this, and you'll have it here every year when you come. Well, who wants to pay 7 times? Heck, that would be what? $14,000? 1,400, I don't know, whatever. I can't think. Not doing good in my addition. But $700 for 12 months and only be using it for 2 weeks
would be $8,400.
Yeah. So that's a lot of money. But you had to put all your furniture in there too. It was empty. So it was really close to town or something. I don't know. But hey, if you want to do that, you could. We know people that have done that before. People that have rented a house. And if you get a big enough house where people can come, that's not bad. $8,000 if you could bring, because we've looked at some of that too. Some of these big houses we've looked at out here, they want, like what guy we looked at the other day, what did they charge?
It was $1,200 a night, but it could sleep up to 10 people?
Yeah.
Or maybe more than that.
So if you break it down, plus you could throw, the place was a monster. It's out in the woods.
Huge house.
And it's on Airbnb.
And it was off Iron Mountain Road.
Yeah. And you look out one of the windows, you see Mount Rushmore. So when you're sitting on the deck, you see, he's going to cut a tree down. It's blocking it on the deck. But the window in the kitchen, you look out and you see Mount Rushmore. It's pretty cool.
Our Facebook page is Sturgis 84th Rally 2024. Share your info and help.
Yeah.
That's our page.
That's the one I put all my flyers on. That and my Sturgis page, my Bob and Tam's page. We put all the flyers up that I see out there, or people send us of what events that are going on and things like that. We don't mind giving out information. Right now, there's a lot of people trying to rent stuff. If you find a campground, like somebody today just posted, they have a campsite at Glencoe for sale, full hookups for like $500. That's cheap. But I wrote them and said, what about the wristbands? Oh, well, we're keeping those. Well, now you got to add another $700 to that price if you got two people, $350 a person. So what makes me think is, okay, they couldn't use that spot, but yet they're selling it, but they're keeping the wristbands. Doesn't make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So unless they bought another spot for somebody else and that person's not coming, and these people are going to be your neighbor.
And says, Pating, facts, not fiction. Pating Nation. There's Rod King.
And so, yeah, we've had a lot of things going on. People keep saying, what are you guys doing every day? What do you do so early? Just to show you, this weekend, we got a Monster Jam four-wheel drive going on out in Deadwood this weekend. We've also got out at the Buffalo Chip. We got Demolition Derby going on. Yep. So, there's never a dull moment going on out here in the Black Hills area.
Rodeo's all going on. If there's not one,
yeah, Belfuch's got one going on, and fireworks, all kinds of stuff. So don't think that you have to come out during the rally. It can be, you're not going to have the vendors here. If you're wanting to come out and get some work done on your bike or something like that, no, you pretty much got to at least come. You can come to pre-rally that 27th on that Saturday. You could be here and get mostly everything you need to have done within that first week, and be gone before the whole big rally starts.
So, Rod, I'm not sure what you're asking. He said, is there a link from another page? Our Facebook page? There's Greg and Gwen.
I don't know. We probably could. Is
there a link from other page?
In our normal, if you go to one of our, not the ones I've done lately, but some of the videos that we've done maybe 5 or 6 ago, you can go in down below, and I've got links for all of them in there. But let me look and see if I can copy this here. Thought you could do it. No.
There's not a three little.
No.
So, Gwen, I was thinking that one night laying in bed when we were at our daughter's house. When we went to Wichita, we didn't go through Oklahoma City. I was like, dang, we came up another way. I don't know which way we came up. But, yeah, we didn't go through Oklahoma City at all. I don't even think we even went through Oklahoma.
Okay, so what I put on there is going to be a link back. This is our Sturgis page. But what that's going to do is take you back to this live, but it'll take you to that page.
Oh, he said from the Bob and Tam page to the new Sturgis page. We've had that Sturgis page for a long time, but
yeah. Let me go back to that then and make that happen. Oh, I already got that saved. So let me go back to our Sturgis page.
So there's the link to the
Sturgis page.
Sturgis page. Share your info and help. Sturgis Rally 24th, 2024. It's got a picture of the hill where it says Sturgis up there. That's what our picture is.
Okay. So if you're on the Sturgis, our regular Bob and Tam page, I just posted this. So you can click on the top up there, and that'll take you to the Sturgis page. Okay. So I think I got that all fixed for you, everybody.
So Robert Armstrong's on. He says from Northern Ontario. How you doing, Robert? Tony, the same as ever was. Hey, Tam, I love those glasses. I know. I got my cheaters on under my sunglasses. I know it's going to get really hot.
I think we're going to move. So everybody kind of stand careful
by
while we shuffle over here to this other table.
Done.
Hopefully the sound.
It's cloudy and rainy where she is. Sorry to hear that, but I guess it must have came your way because we've had it here in Oregon. All right. Well, then I don't know. Can we sit over there at that table?
So we're moving over here, and So we'll see if this works.
He's trying to find a
We just
place
don't have
to
a good
sit.
breeze, and we're hoping that the music from across the
camera's gonna
street
get too hot.
doesn't bleed through.
All right, now I got to move all my junk.
Keep the camera back a little
Hey.
bit, but it's now not in the sun at least. As soon as Tam gets over here, scoot over a little bit more. So now we're sitting in front of, we're still in front of Loud American, but we're in front of the Jack Daniels tent. So this is where they do their bands and everything right here. So they all got the tables and everything set up. They set them up last week, I guess. So when we were here last Sunday, they didn't have it. So we'll move over here. And if you guys start to hear any of the music over there, let us know. We may have to move somewhere else if it is. So there we go. So we're over here now. Made a little move. And so behind us now is, they got the jail over here. And I already showed them the tent over here.
Oh.
It's all set up. What you looking for?
I make sure I didn't drop nothing. My zipper was unzipped in my purse.
Your zipper and your pants were undone.
Not my pants.
Oh, a
My
purse.
purse.
You should already be in the shade.
Well, I know. I was trying to get in the
You can
camera.
move this. That's like to be moved.
You don't want me to be that close to you?
No, but I need a little breathing room.
Am I in your bubble?
Yes. You're in my space here. You're hot. Got some heat coming off your body there. You're hot to trot. So now we moved to a new location. Still in front, where we moved a half block down.
Hey, what Frank's
And, so yeah, it's none of the tents or anything being set up. You know, they got the Budweiser tent across the street set up, but I mean, they're selling their t-shirts underneath it. But it's not, no vendors or anything like that have got anything set up yet. This tent was already up when we got here. The way it looks like it was maybe here all year long. They didn't take it down this year. Used to be they just left the frame up. But they probably just figured it was. Most of the tents won't be going up until about a week before the rally.
And we'll show you that as soon as they start going up. We'll see one and we'll film it and we'll show you guys that, you know, look, this one's up, that one's up.
And out the Buffalo Chip, they haven't even mowed the grass yet. So they're not in no big hurry. Glencoe hasn't done a whole lot. When we were over at Pappy Hoyle Campground, didn't see nothing going on out there. So
yeah, and they were supposed to be open year round too. I think a couple of the bigger campgrounds thought, hey, why not? We're here. We might as well just be open. And guess they didn't have a lot of response to that. So they kind of nipped that in the bud.
Can't read your comment.
Well, whatever she put didn't come up. It tells what it is. You know how it says pink hand, wavy face or whatever. It's so, yeah, it didn't show up. Sorry about that.
So pretty exciting. So a lot of things to do yet. So we got a full-filled week here. Like I say, we're going to go talk to the Buffalo Chip. We're going to be talking to the city. We're going to be talking to, who else we got set up for next week? Seems like somebody else we're talking to too. Dealership. We're going to Black Hill Charlie.
Talk to Mike.
We got to do our, since it kind of rained this week, I'm not going out in the rain if I don't have to. We're here long enough, but we're going to have to go back to Rapid City and do Iron Mountain and Newell's Highway. We didn't get a chance to do those. I don't really want to put last year's video up. I want to kind of show you, because we did do half of it the other day when we went with that guy. There's a cut through that we're going to show you that if you want to do, we found some side roads. Like if you're going out to Mount Rushmore, there's a little side road that you can get off on. That's just a little twisty road versus just staying on the 16. And it's not very long, but I mean, there's some curves. There was a really cool old wooden garage there that I'm going to look and see. I think it might be a great picture that you could stop. I don't even see a house, but it's right there on the road. I think it'd be a great place to park your bike and get a great shot of your bike. Or maybe if you're a lady and your bike, or you and your bike, or maybe both of you on your bike. So that is, because we're not using that one. That was a backup just in case. So if you mow a motorcycle, I mean, today in Sturgis has been very, very quiet. I don't know if it was because, I don't know why. I don't have really a reason. It's actually a little better weather this weekend than it was last weekend. It was a little cooler, probably about, not by much, it's probably 3 or 4 degrees cooler last weekend than it was this weekend. But, so I don't know. I don't really know why we don't have much of a crowd. I kind of talked to the girl inside, the waitress here, and she said, yeah, it's been kind of quiet today.
Hey, me, myself, and I from Texas. They're in the house.
So I don't know if it's because of the band that they had last night. You know, maybe a lot of locals came out, partied, and they don't want to come out today. They still have all you can eat beef tips. That'll go to, it won't go till the 27th. It'll go to the 3rd weekend of July. And then after that, they cut it out. They start coming out with the shorter menus. Everybody's going to have that. We already talked to Knuckle. They're going to, you know, the idea is so they can stock more of the basic stuff, make sure they have it during the rally. That's the other nice thing about it. If you come a little bit early, you can check out more stuff because more of all these places are going to have better restaurant, more items on their menu.
So
Now,
probably the 21st is when they will not have the all-you-can-eat steak tip dinner. So probably the last Sunday.
Yeah.
That Sunday, July 21st.
They'll still have steak tips on the menu,
But it won't be the all-you-can-eat.
Yeah. So that's pretty exciting. Things going on. You know, it's just things are starting to get done. We see a lot of the campgrounds starting to do a little bit of work, cutting grass and straightening out roads, pouring some rocks down, or like the Chip did a little more asphalting out there. But some people think, you know, nothing's ever going to get completely asphalt, just like at the Buffalo Chip. They're not going to do the progressive 40 because that's a field. There's no real roads there to start with other than the one going up. And I told him this year I would do what they did last year. Those they tar chipped them, and it was really nice. They didn't last very long. They're not much shape now, but I said you ought to do that again. That really made a big difference. And I would do the rest of the roads that way. So I don't know if they'll do it before that or not. I commented. I'll say it again when we go out there again, telling you ought to think about that.
We plant the seed and eventually it grows.
Yeah. But I mean, it's a lot better.
Some things.
It's better than one. It keeps the dust down. But I mean, going through the grass and stuff, that's the way it's going to be. And if it rains, there's going to be mud. And there's going to be mud, you know, and people picked on the Buffalo Chip. If you were out at Hog Heaven, it was a mudslide. If you were over at Pappy Hoyle's, they had mud. Pretty much kickstands. We heard that first night, I think a monkey was out there and there trucks were sliding down the hill. They were parked there going to the bar. So, yes, it just, you know, the Chip, people emphasize the Chip because there's so many more people out there. But everybody had the same problem. Unless you were at Days Inn or Kathmandu, most of those were level. They had more grass versus just field. Plus, they don't have the constant driving. Also, at the Buffalo Chip, a lot of people had four-wheelers, ATVs, side-by-sides, and they were out there playing in the mud. They made it worse.
So, Chase wants to know the best place to eat in Sturgis. Depends on what you like. There's some good barbecue places. That JR's Roadhouse is a great place. That's right on the other side of the dealership. Exit 52, I think it is. 53. And then steak tips here, of course. Knuckle has great hamburgers. They have steak tips also. We haven't ate at One Eye Jack's yet. They're supposed to have a brand new smokehouse.
But I don't know if he's talking about during the rally. They're not going to probably have
eat in Sturgis.
Yeah, but I'm just saying he's probably thinking more during. Now, one of the places we like to eat, which isn't bad, is Pizza Ranch down the street here. They don't raise their prices up. It's like, what's the normal price, $13 or something?
I think so, $13.99.
And that includes a drink, and they have fried chicken, and the fried chicken's pretty good there. They have pizza,
dessert, salad, so
ice cream.
Your best buddy's on, Art.
Art, I was wondering where the hell you been, Art.
Your ears must have been ringing.
I've been thinking about
we've been
calling
talking about you.
I was thinking,
we hadn't heard from you.
Didn't know if Art was still alive or not, and so I was almost going to call you last night.
Yep.
Because I hadn't heard from you.
Yep. It was Mike. We were talking to Mike. Says, "Look, they're talking about you." They always ask how you are, or if you've retired yet. And we said, I don't know. I haven't talked to Art in a long time.
This should be his year to turn 65.
Yeah.
We're going to turn 64, so he should be turning 65.
So at least he should be able to consider it now. You don't have to worry about his insurance. You'll be able to get it Medicare.
Yep.
Main Street has the best pork chops. Yeah, that's usually in front of One Eye Jack's. And then at the other end of the street is Johnny. And he's got really good food. The American Legion, they have food. You can check them out. They're usually very reasonable. Their drinks are very reasonable.
The only one that's screwed up right now is McDonald's. McDonald's has gone total kiosks. So I don't know how the hell they're going to handle it during the rally. We're not going to go there at all during the rally. We went there, and it wasn't even that crowded. And like 6 guys came in that were golfers, and it was like total chaos. There's only one girl, and her cash register actually opens, which I'm waiting for somebody to rob that place. The register opens up to you to get change if you want to pay cash. But you have to do your ordering on the machine.
See, that's what's stupid. So if you want to pay cash, you have to go to that kiosk, and the girl's got to stand there. So when it opens, you can give her the money, and she'll give you your change. So why can't she just take my order?
So it's going to be chaos. They really want you to, we heard that one, and the one in Rapid City has gone that way.
One of them in Rapid City.
So the odds are, I would highly recommend staying away from McDonald's, unless you just want to use their internet.
So Art says he's still breathing.
There you go, Art.
I'm glad to hear that, Art.
Well, We'll be home after this. After
Yeah.
the rally, we'll finally be home for
Uncle
about a
Louis
month.
for breakfast. Yeah, that's a
Yep.
good place. There's a few places now. I don't know if they're going to do it during the rally. I know they do it on the weekend. One Eye Jack has breakfast on the weekends right now, and so is the Knuckle. They have breakfast on the weekends. So I don't know how long that's going to last. We'll let you know if they're going to do that during the rally also. But Uncle Louis, yes, is you get a bang for your buck there. You get a lot of food
Well, most of them do. Like if you go to the Vets Club down here,
during the
or
rally.
you go out to the American Legion that Neil always talks about, usually you get all you can eat for that price. But you're also supporting those groups. You know, the Vets Club, you're supporting Vets, American Legion, you're supporting American Legion. Louis is probably a little bit better price than what those two are going to be. But of course, their money goes to the profit of running the business. But Uncle Louis is open all year long. They're open every day other than the holidays here in Sturgis.
Well, usually if we need something quick and fast, that's why we go to McDonald's. But yeah, we probably won't go there this year because
Normally, that's what ends up happening. It's usually during the rally, 2 weeks of the rally, we'll eat maybe 4 times at McDonald's. We'll get a fish sandwich or a couple hamburgers or something, maybe do quick breakfast there. Just because we just don't have the time to sit down. Like maybe we, because when the rally gets going, we're hoping this year will be a little different for us. We're hoping that we're going to try to do lives during the rally. And so we're going to have everything covered before we get there of all the things going on. And then all the fun, exciting stuff and the crazy stuff you're going to see after the rally. When we get home, we'll put all those videos out. We'll probably have a month's worth of videos on things that happened in Sturgis.
So Glenn says One Eye Jack's did have breakfast during the rally last year. And he said it was pretty good. The best value breakfast is American Legion in Sturgis. It's a buffet and it's always good. Yeah. And they have real china and real silverware.
Yep,
Neil always talks about the American Legion in Piedmont, and they have good prices too. If you don't want to do all the congestion down here in Sturgis, or if you're staying like outside.
You go to the Vets Club, it's not bad because it's on Main Street, but it's down at that far end. You got to go past the museum, and then it's 2 blocks down on the right. And because originally we didn't even know it was there, but nice thing about them too, which we haven't talked to them about the prices yet, but last year you could get $3 beers there and $5 mixed drinks all day long. Plus they have bands and stuff going on. I think they got a hypnotist or something coming this year. There it costs for the hypnotist to come. I think one night they've got a hypnotist coming in. And like I say, all that money goes to the Vets Club. And if you watch the ride we did the other day with the 1% Club, if anybody wants to know what that's like to ride with a 1% group, we did. We got their blessing after we did that. We actually did 2 videos. The first one was the 3 bars that you should check out. That was the poker stops that we stopped at. So we thought, well, let's do 2. So if you go to that video, you see a little bit more of the 1% Club guys then versus our video that we did talking about 1% Club. But that's the Sons of Silence here in town. This is their territory. Them and the Outlaws out here. Is that what he said?
I think so.
That it's their area. The HA is not. This is not their area, which I was actually shocked. I thought maybe it was, but they're only here during the rally. They're not here the rest of the year. So that was really shocking. I thought that was part of their territory too. So if you wanted to have a club, you would have to go to Sons of Silence or the Outlaws to get into South Dakota if you wanted to start your own club here. But it was neat to go ride with them. But what I liked better than anything was it really showed my skill of riding. We'll talk about it on here. We got up at times over 95 miles an hour on Spearfish Canyon, on
Did you put that part in there that said I would like to not die on this ride?
No, I didn't put that down in there.
We were filming and he says, oh yeah, we were doing blah. And I said, yeah, and I would like to not die before we get home.
But it was fun. That's the funnest I've ever had going up Von Knocker Road. We were doing about 65 miles an hour.
Well, even there in the back. When we left Louis Burgers out there in Lead. No, it's Louis. Every time I say Lewis's, they correct me. It's Louis. Louis. So like Uncle Louis, it's Louis. Anyway. Yeah. And it was just had rained. We weren't caught in the rain, but it had just rained where we were at. So the roads were wet and slick.
I wasn't doing 80 miles an hour then. Maybe on the straightaway, but not on the curves. Like the parking's not sliding, so I'm not sliding.
Go to the Powder House. Better make reservations.
Now, see, we ate at the Powder House 2 years ago, and we were not impressed at all.
It might have been last year.
No, because we went strictly to the Buffalo Chip. We didn't stay out there. So we went to it when we were staying out where we stayed this time.
No, they
So it had
picked
to
us
be,
up at the Buffalo Chip.
who picked us up?
Kiwi and Twerp.
I don't know. I didn't think we rode that far. But we went there last year or the year before and was not impressed at all with the food that we ate. Now, I talked to a local. Now, he says they have great breakfast there. So we were talking about maybe going back again.
Because it could have just been, we just got a bad
We just picked
steak
the wrong
and a
food.
bad potato.
Yeah.
Because we were going to split the steak, and then I got extra baked potato. So when they brought us the baked potato, which was already cut open, was rotten in the middle. And I'm like, can I get a different baked potato? And they're like, oh, yeah, sorry. It's like, you didn't see that walking it out to the, I don't know. But anyway, yeah, it wasn't.
We weren't overly impressed. Now, we do see when we drive by there at night, I see the parking lot's full, but I mean, it's not a very big parking lot to start with.
Yes.
Now, we actually ate at a cool place
The ham jam will be on Wednesday. And
yesterday. Where we ate at? What's that place called there in Rapid City? We ate at CH.
Oh, Colonial House, it's called.
I had probably the best prime rib dip sandwich I've ever had.
And I had
Excellent.
chicken quesadilla, and I usually ask for an extra toasty, and
They
sometimes
made
I
it.
get.
They made it well. Like
It was good. I like it crunchy. I like when I bite down in it.
So there we went there. We'd eat there before with somebody in the morning, breakfast, some other
Carter and Sandy.
We ate with them there for breakfast, I think. And when we got there, we looked at the menu like, I don't know anything I want to eat here. Hey, I'll just get a hamburger. I asked the girl, and she said that she recommended she said that's one of our most popular sandwiches. Now, I didn't get the caramelized onions and the cheese. I just get the sandwich. But I mean, it was thick meat. One I had the other day too. Someplace else I had one. That the meat was,
the bun place out in Custer.
I had a roast beef.
No, you
I had a hamburger there.
there.
And someplace else I had one that wasn't bad, but this one was better. And so that's right there in Rapid City, right on the Mount
16.
Rushmore Road 16. It's on the right-hand side. You're going out that way, right before you get up the hill.
Did I miss? I don't know where I'm at.
Well, read the ones you look till you find one. You can go get me another soda.
So David wanted to know if Hewlett was still going on. Yes, it is. And
we'll be out there. We'll get out there before 2 and give you a review of what they got planned.
Art says if he ever goes back to Sturgis, he'll make sure he talks to us before he does his planning.
Well, you need to go next year. You need to put on your calendar. I don't know how many more years after next year we're going to go. So you need to.
I know who has the best beef tips.
I don't know. See,
We've never had them at the Knuckle, but they say they're well known for their steaks.
Everybody here sells them. It's like the Beaver Bar when she told us this year in Myrtle Beach. Oh, we're well known for beef tips. Like, really? I didn't even know you had big, but everybody sells them. So 2 years ago, we ate them here and they sucked. I've ate them twice now, this time, and they've been really good. No complaints. They're not real. You know, a lot of times you bite in them and they're real gristly or fatty, and I don't want that. I want meat. I only had a half order that comes with this chips and dips or dip and trips or whatever.
Chips and chips.
Whatever. And so I ordered that, which has like, I don't know, 10 or 15 of them in there. Probably 2 of them were a little fatty inside, but the other ones were really good. So I'm happy with that, but I don't go around. We're not big beef people. You know, I like a good steak, but I don't know. We're more pork people, like to eat pork. And barbecue is more.
Says, hi, Bob and Tammy. Steven, thinking of living in Deadwood for my next visit to the rally.
And it's cool. Deadwood's neat. Deadwood. What sucks about Deadwood is parking. You know, if you're staying there in the hotel, then yes, you get to make sure the hotel's got their own parking. Then you'll be fine. But if you've got a hotel or a motel that doesn't have their own parking lot or private lot, let's put it that way, you end up parking in the street. Now the city just came up with, and I thought about this morning. So they got this parking lot now. It's about a mile before you get into Deadwood, a gravel lot. How many of them trailers do you think are going to still be sitting there when you get back? Hopefully she won't talk too much with the microphone on. And I guess you can take it off. But yeah, Deadwood's pretty neat. I mean, if you're a gambler, there's gambling there. I like Kathmandu. You didn't stay with us at Kathmandu. You stayed out at Shade Valley, which is too far out. We would never do that again. Nothing wrong with Shade Valley. They've only announced one concert, Lilac. If any of you are from California, they used to play in Santa Monica. I've never heard them. I've seen them on the internet. Somebody said it was like a party store.
was wondering if I get some more
A family
ice,
band.
and then
Your dad
bunch
used
of
to be
ice
in
and
some
more
hair
Coke in that one.
back in the 80s.
Thank you very much.
And then so the kids started this, and he manages them. And they're coming out
I
there.
just took some more out there, and I
Same
thought, well,
thing. They're charging
I don't really have-
$200 for wristbands.
way to get a
And then
Coke.
charging you to
Here's the
camp
water
too.
I could do
I said, yeah,
myself,
maybe
but
just
I
not
didn't want
charge
to
for
do the Coke.
wristbands. It's free. But people, you're buying your tent spot, or you're buying your RV spot or cabin, whatever
That
you're
would
doing,
be great.
that's included. So many of these places
Thank
now
you.
are starting to charge you for
Right around the
wristbands.
corner
They tell you, oh yeah, it's only $600 to camp here, but oh yeah, by the way, you got to spend another $700 to $800 so you can get a wristband. So it kind of sucks. You gotta go to the paper cup. Oh, that's for your ice.
I got more ice.
So we're just talking about how Shade Valley is charging for wristbands.
Oh, yeah.
So that's why I said some of these campgrounds sound like it's a really good deal until you find out. But we were just talking to Kathmandu, and she said there was a lady called this week, wanted to know what the wristbands were. And she says, we don't have any. What do you mean you don't have any? How much are they? I need to know right now how much more I got to pay. She goes, it's included. As long as you're only 2 people, we give you free wristbands. And this year, they're not even going to have wristbands, I don't think. So I don't know how they're going to keep track of people coming in and out. But they're going to have the bar open to everybody.
To the public.
Yeah. But the campground, which is hard because you got to go up to the campground to get to it. So I don't know. I think it might be a mistake when they do it, but we'll wait and see. But because in the past, they never allowed. Now, when we had our meet and greet, you were all invited and he let you all come in. But typically, they didn't allow that because you just don't want people messing around. People come in and steal your trailer, steal stuff from you. We don't have nothing outside to steal our motorcycles, but you got to take the covers off. You got to unlock them and get them in, I even have I didn't put that. I was going to ask you for that. Electric cable to lock up the power meter.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know where you put it at.
I don't know. I'd have to look. Living with Big Jim says you got to try grass, GRAPS, grass burgers and brews in Bellevue. Never tried there yet.
Oh.
Somebody told us there was like a Chinese restaurant. He don't eat Chinese food in Bellevue too. That they go out there to.
You don't eat much Chinese food either because the place we used to have in Fairview Heights, Illinois, when she used to work, they were caught selling cat. All the Chinese places, they closed like 8 of them down, and she ate at those.
Dustin Knuckles said, "What's up, everybody? There's Guy. He's on. Gee, sorry. Hey guys, I will be in town this week. The white guy.
There you go. Let us know.
Yep, and we can meet up with you if you want to talk.
Yeah, no, we'll be bouncing around pretty much most of. Like I say, we're gone. What day are we going out to Black Hills?
Wednesday.
So Wednesday we won't be around in town. We're gonna be out. We're gonna go to Black Hills. We're gonna do our 2 rides, and that'll pretty much.
But we'll be at the dealership around.
What time? It's 3.
3. At
we're gonna
Black Hills
record
Harley
that.
on Wednesday.
So we're recording it, doing a video. And,
well, maybe we can go out to dinner with him after
and
that.
if you're here, you got your bike, you can go with us on Iron Mountain and Neils Highway if you want to ride.
Yep.
We're gonna stop a lot because we got to talk about all the different places to stop and see. And
I reached out to Margaret at Pasta Crawl.
Well, she already
Very
wrote,
slim chance.
well, she already commented on another Facebook page.
Wow.
They're done for good. But you're more than happy to stop out and say hi. So originally, she had told us a couple years ago that her sons would maybe take it over. They're the ones that pushed her. Well, both of her sons are in high sales jobs that if they leave, they lose their position. So they really can't take off any more than they're allotted a vacation, and that's it. So kind of sucks wherever they work at. That it's that competitive. That they give away your clients.
There's Danny.
When's
mute your mic the next time you go get water. We heard you. Sorry.
Yeah, I figured that.
Oh, wow.
I said I didn't know how much she's going to be yakking over there.
Lilac and the Heavy Metal Partridge Family.
Yeah.
They're going to be there, Bob. You should go see them.
Yeah, but they probably want to charge me to get in.
Well, didn't we ever go to Santa Monica and see them?
No. I kept saying I always wanted to go, but I never did. No, we never made it. I kept saying we wanted to go, but we never made it.
I thought we did, or we saw them somewhere.
Nope, never seen them. Seen them on YouTube.
We went somewhere and saw them. Yeah, because I remember her flipping her hair and all that.
She does it on the YouTube.
No, we went somewhere and saw them. Yes, we did.
You can dream all you want.
No, I know. That's why.
We didn't see a lot of bands in LA.
Free.
Electric Light Orchestra. It's about the only band we've seen in LA. other than Jay.
Where you at right now? We're at Loud America.
Yep, right
On
here
the
on Main
side.
Street. Yep.
And then One Eye Jack's is right there.
Yep, right across the street. So we'll show you some of that before we leave. Where we're
I paid
at.
$20 to see them in Ray at Shade Valley 2 years ago.
So I don't know.
$20 wasn't bad.
We haven't gone out to talk to them yet. I don't know if they'll comp us or not. I don't know. It's Thursday night. I'm actually thinking about maybe going over to Kickstands. They
Monkey?
Hippie Coalition's going to be there, and also Jasmine King, and that's their pre-party. And we didn't go last year because it was raining, and that's when Monkey went. I don't know when Monkey's coming, if anybody's watching Monkey Channel or not. I never heard when he's coming. I know he's gone right now, but I mean, I don't know when he's coming to Sturgis. Last year he was here for that. We have another big YouTuber, Nomadic Fanatic. If any of you watch his channel, he's coming to Sturgis. We're going to call him next week and find out where he's staying at. I figure he'd probably kind of want to hang around with us a little bit, just so he gets the lay of the land.
I'll have to figure out where we saw him, but I know we saw him.
Keep thinking. We had it all planned to go one day, and then something happened, and we didn't go down and see him at the Santa Monica Pier.
It wasn't Santa Monica Pier. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. It'll hit me.
Because they weren't at none of the fairs.
Part of your Thursday, the 8th, is booked. Yes, it is. We'll be at the Chip for the military induction.
I won't be there all day.
Military training. He said part of your Thursday.
Is that Mike?
Yeah.
Did you talk to him then?
No, I did not. I want to wait to see what Marcus ends up saying.
Well, he's not going to say anything. He's going to want to know.
Well, we'll call him later. Cece says, I'm intrigued. Heavy metal Partridge Family Bam. Hoo-hoo. They're really good.
And they used to do a lot of tribute stuff, like AC/DC and stuff like that in there. She's got a real groggly, rough voice. And she's really good. But she's gotten to be like kind of like Jasmine Kane.
She screams a lot.
Yeah. And I'm not into that. We're not into headbanging music. But I mean, people do like it. The Hippie Coalition, I think that's pretty much what they are too. And so
that's not the one we like? The hippie?
No. Hippie Coalition is not the one that we...
War Hippies.
Yeah, War
That's
Hippies is the one that I like. It was kind of like Chris Stapleton style of music. And I thought they would get really big, but I haven't heard nothing about them anymore.
Well, last year they were supposed to be out at Deadwood. No, they played Deadwood.
Oh, that's right.
Out at the square, Harley Square.
Before the rally, I think they did.
No, I think it was during. Scott says, laugh out loud. You're going to see White's Lemonade. Yes, we will. Haven't reached out to them yet. Haven't really heard from them.
I put it on my Facebook page today and said we were here. And Devin, his dad, hasn't reached out to us yet, which was really shocking that he hasn't, because he's always on Facebook, putting stuff down and telling everybody to make.
You know what? He probably, because he always got on our lives through Facebook. And since it's,
yeah, but I'm still putting it on there.
I know, but it's not the same. I don't know. Hey guys, we're going to get together this year. It'll be my 51st year in a row. Holy cow, Chuck Hand. That's a long time. That's longer than we've been married. 51 years, so.
You can sit down if you don't mind getting on camera. You can tell us a little bit, because we always love to get the interviews of people that have been coming for years. There's a guy who used to sit down. Well, I don't know. He probably still does. I imagine he's still alive. 40 or some odd years, sits in front of the Oasis bar. And I talked to him a few years ago, and I like that. You know, a lot of people aren't really interested in that. But it's like after I've talked to a lot of the veterans that have been coming for years like that, the rally can still be exactly what it was back then. You don't have to do Main Street. You don't have to do all these bars. You can do the riding. You can find great places to camp. Just like we just did the video, there's plenty of places out here, thousands of places you can camp for free. You can put your RV in there. There's no utilities. When you were camped out here in the park, there was no utilities there either. But see, most of the guys that I've talked to that have been around, maybe you can say it too, at 51 years. I said, what did you guys do back then? They said, well, I don't really remember exactly everything, because we were either drunk or stoned most of the time. We were there because I said, well, was there any bars in town? Everyone I talked to said, I don't know.
They don't remember. They just probably went and got their own beer and had their own drugs, I guess. So Andrew, A-Hill 7866 said the week before he'll be here, wanted to know if we could go for a ride or do something. He's the one that invited us out for the fish fry out there.
Oh.
But I'm not sure how that's going to work. I think he said it was going to be later in the evening. So yeah, we'll get together.
You just got to get a hold of us.
Yeah, so, don't feel
Don't
you
wait
get here, call us. Don't or text us. Don't ever feel bad about reaching out to us.
Don't call us though. If you call us, it goes to an answering service, and we may not see it till after the rally over. If you text us, we will see it, and just say, "Hey, I'm in town. What you guys got planned the next day or two?" And we'll do some rides. Like as the rally gets closer, we'll be doing spearfish again. Even if we do it next week, we'll still be going down to spearfish because they'll have stuff down there. They have vendors down at the lodge. We'll do all the waterfalls and all that stuff. We'll do Devil's Pond or whatever it's called.
Devil's Bathtub.
We'll do that before the rally. We're going to be doing that, I think, right after the 4th of July. We're going to go check that out. And that hippie hole, we may do that. I don't know. Everybody keeps telling me it's a really hard hill climb to get in and out of there. So I don't know. We may just ride to it and then turn around and come back. We may be renting some ATVs, side-by-sides, for one day and do some rides with another local here is going to take us out.
That'll be next week sometime.
So we got to go down and talk to Indian Motorcycle. Look at the rental motorcycle. A couple places here in town you can rent. One is Midwest Motorcycles out of Daytona. They come here. They've been renting motorcycles longer than anyone has been renting motorcycles. They don't have new models. They have used models. So they're a little better price. You can rent it for a day. You can rent it for the whole time, whatever you want. So there you can just go to Midwest Motorcycles in Daytona. They've got a Daytona number that will call here, and you can tell them what you want. They can tell you what they got and give you an excellent price. And when they give you a price, it includes the tax, the insurance,
all the fees,
everything.
Yeah.
When I started looking at Eagle Rider, it looked pretty reasonable. You had to double the price by the time you had you have to use their insurance. You have to do this. You have to pay for road service. It's your freaking motorcycle, you dummy. I'm not paying you for road service. Your freaking crappy bike craps out. It's your fault. Come and get me. But you have to pay for that.
We're at Loud American, downtown Sturgis, right on Main Street.
Yep.
Is there going to be any 3-wheel rally this year? Yes.
Yes, it is going to be July 7th through the 11th, if I'm
I think so.
In Deadwood. We'll be covering that. That'll be probably the next motorcycle thing we'll do. And then right after that, the next weekend or so is going to be the adventure bike weekend. That covers over the weekend.
7th through the 12th.
The 3-wheel rally is Monday through Thursday.
I got Sunday through
Sunday through Thursday.
Friday.
Well,
Friday, they do the busting of the bikes and you're gone. 9 o'clock, you're out of there.
Yeah. So really Thursday night.
Yeah. And then the adventure bike week is July 18th through the 21st.
So we'll cover both of those. So if you want to come out, because one of our subscribers is thinking about coming out for the adventure bike
I think
week.
2 of them are coming out.
And so we'll be there. We won't be there a lot because we don't do, what they do is that they're ride all the time. They're there in the morning and they're there at night, and during the day, everybody's freaking gone. They got all these great rides. They take you out on some rides. Some you can go on your own. They have them all marked up to where, hey, like me, let's say me, I haven't rode an off-road bike, and I couldn't, like, somebody already invited me to take an off-road bike out. I decided not to because my luck, I'd break my freaking leg or something, and then I'd be screwed. So I'm not going to take an adventure bike. It's enough traveling on just on a motorcycle, let alone getting off-road on it. So here it's not.
We could go talk to him.
I don't know if I'm going to have time to talk to him.
If we do that tomorrow, we'll have a whole lot tomorrow. Tuesday, Wednesday, we're busy.
So we'll see. But it's a guy who runs off-road bikes. Here he's got.
But I mean, if somebody wants to come to the adventure bike rally and doesn't want to bring their bike, they want to fly in or something, it would be a place where they could go to rent a bike.
I don't know. We'll see. But it's me. Then I got to make a video. I got to do all that and not get much out of it. If it's just a quickie where I just say, hey, here's this going on. Here's a bike rental place. That's it. But
you could do the
where's this
Brandon
guy
Iron in Nemo. We could do Brandon Iron because we didn't really get him on either.
We got to call him to make sure he's there. So got a lot of things still to do. So you wonder what the heck do we do? We have a lot of crap to do to get you guys all the great information. I say we're going to starting the video I put out tomorrow will be a series. Each one will be numbered and it'll say what it is. This is great rides. This is some great bars to check out here. This is great vendors on Main Street or whatever it's going to be. That'll be what it is. And we're giving you the most current information because it's what we're being told while we're here. Nobody else is here. There's no other YouTuber here giving you any information. We're the only ones here at this early a time. Nobody's ever been here this early.
We need to call Lance too and find out about Gas Monkey.
And so, yeah, I went to Gas Monkey Garage. I don't know how they met. Guys are even going to get this thing opened up in time. They're doing work inside, and we drive by there, and the guy that the Gas Monkey Garage guy is supposed to be here. I ain't seen him. He ain't nowhere to be found. I don't know what he did. He flew in on his plane and must turn around and flew away. So I don't know.
Thank you, Andrew. Gave us $20. Thank you.
Appreciate that.
Super chat. Indra's on. How are you doing out there in the down under? Good day. I guess that's what I'm supposed to say. Rob Green's on. Rob and Michelle met you at
Yeah,
Arcadia,
if you go that way, my
Florida.
pants are starting to burn. Heating up my pants.
I don't know.
Getting hot nuts. Roasting nuts.
Yes.
That's a little better. Turn. There we go. I watch her. I'll sit back.
In Arcadia, Florida this year. Hope to catch up with you in a week or so. So, Rob, do you have our number? If not, send us your information to this there. Contact us, and we'll exchange numbers, and then you'll be able to call us when you get to town. How about that? Where is it? Where is what? I might be behind.
We're at Loud American on Main Street in Sturgis, South Dakota. We are the first YouTubers to show up at the motorcycle rally. Hasn't started yet. Got about a month and a few weeks. Actually, I was going to look and see how many days is it till August 2nd.
Hey, Carlos. Let's get me out of here.
Yeah, just go right there.
How many days till August 2nd?
Probably about 45.
40.
40 days.
Ding, 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 ding.
Holy smokes, look at that. Countdown, 40 days. So that's to the 2nd. If we go back to the 27th, how many days to July 27th? Got the extra phone, I know.
How many days till July 27th? 34.
34 days and counting to pre-rally at Exit 55, which kind of kicks off the rally. You know, some of the big vendors come in. You can already get your bikes worked on, get that special stuff that you want. That's the other thing that we talk about.
Art's leaving. Say bye, Art.
Bye, Art. Where you going, Art? You got no place to go. Hang around.
Monkey.
I forgot what I was saying.
Oh, the Gas Monkey. It's across the street from the dealership on Junction in Sturgis.
It used to be a pizza and oyster place. Before that, it was called
Dirty Dog.
Before that, it was something
bar.
else.
So that's where the Gas Monkey's at. Or where it's supposed to be going. Hopefully it'll be done by time.
I'm not sure what they're doing to it. I can't tell.
Sure.
If it's going to be a bar, it looks more like it's going to be a store. Like maybe they're going to sell
T-shirts?
Yeah, that's kind of what it looks like. But we'll see. We'll keep you up to date. Right now, we drove in this morning. Still got the pizza signs hanging out front. They ain't even taken them down yet. Inside is still just two rough 2x4s. But what I was going to tell you is, if you're looking to get something done on your bike, like let's say, hey, Bob, I want some of those handlebars you got from All About Customs. Call now and get an appointment. Tell them what you want. Same thing. If you want to go to Rick Rack and you want something done, or Speed, you want to get a cam put in, dyno testing,
Skippies on.
all this stuff, you want to call now, make an appointment. So when you get here, two things are important. One, you don't have to wait all freaking day for them to get to you, because you'll be like me. I like to be first one. By noon, they're done with my bike. I got the whole rest of the day to do stuff with it. Two, they've got your parts. So many people here, like let's say you're coming the last weekend. The odds of you finding the stuff is slim to none. And so if you call ahead, they might want a deposit or something, but $100 or something to hold it. But if you're going to have the work done, what's the difference? It's still going to be kind of. If you don't have any numbers, you can contact us. We will give you the phone numbers of all the people that we deal with. Everybody from Dan Kai to Shane from Rick Rack, All About Customs, Ferry and Exchange. And who else are we thinking about? We're thinking about Adam. We can give you his phone number. You can call him if you want to get some love jugs put on, or you want to get have an oil change set up, have an appointment.
Get a Banshee, battery.
Yeah, batteries. Make sure you got your battery in stock. I thought maybe she's going to have battery, but after it's been sitting for a month or 2 weeks, start right up.
Yep.
So they don't need a battery. So she hadn't really rode her bike yet. And probably out here, she's probably only going to do like maybe Deadwood and Spearfish. But other than that, she's not looking to go too far with it. I putted around the camp today a little bit with shorts. I burned my leg a little bit. I just can't ride a bike. Can't ride a bike in shorts. I don't know how people do that and not get burned. I didn't get burned bad, but I got close enough to like, yo. I don't think there's no mark on my leg. So
close enough to know you was close to it.
Need to get some of those things like when you're shooting archery, they got the
Bow
little
and
things.
arrows.
Put one of them on your leg. Well, they make those things that look like boots that go over. They're like half chaps or
Yeah,
something.
they go up to your knees.
Yeah, that wouldn't be too bad. Some of the girls had it when we used to ride in California. They had it where you'd rip those off, and then you were in shorts. You could run around. You were comfortable. Right now we're in the truck today. I didn't. So thinking about riding the bike, and then decided not to.
Bikes need to be washed too.
Yeah, they're really dirty.
Mm.
I come into the car wash and hose them down, and it's going to take it out to the dealership. And now
Yeah,
since we're not
Skippy,
there,
thank you. I feel much better. He's got a little bit of it. Hopefully, we can nip it in the bud before he gets as bad as I was. Gear. That's what Mike says. Ev King says knee chaps they're called.
Yep. So I don't know.
Chaps. They're awesome.
But I mean, we had a lot of our subscribers down in Florida.
Always wear shorts.
Shorts and sandals. I don't know how they do it.
I would be not that I would burn myself, that if I would fall, because I saw one girl fall in Leesburg on Main Street. She had shorts on, and the bike tipped, and if she wasn't all the way down, but that pipe was on her leg, on her calf, and 3 or 4 guys ran out there and picked it up for her. But that pipe had to be on her leg at least a minute. Oh, she wasn't screaming or nothing, but man.
She already had a scar there from the last time.
Oh.
I don't know. No
fun.
I guess if the bike's short enough, you could kind of be bow-legged. You'd probably be fine. But I don't know. Sometimes when we're riding, my damn pants get hot enough by the pipe alone going through my jeans. So yeah. I'm not going to wear chaps in this kind of weather, but we pretty much wear. I do wear tennis shoes a lot when we're riding. If I know we're going to ride all day and we're not going to do any walking, we'll wear boots.
Hey, Jerry.
But since my bike's lowered, I'm flat-footed. And the reason I kind of wore my boots most of the time was my bike was stock. My feet weren't completely flat if I wore tennis shoes. And if I wore my boots, I was always flat-footed. You always want to be, anybody who rides a motorcycle, if you're a female or male, you really want to be flat-footed when you're riding. You don't want to be tiptoe and things like that. You just can't balance your bike properly.
But even with my Street Glide, I was flat-footed. But
it was just heavy.
Yes, I didn't like that bike. It was a nice bike.
She was afraid of it.
But I was afraid of it. But I was flat-footed, but barely. I mean,
her Fat Boy Low was her favorite because she was squatting that bike.
I could whip that bike around. So anyway,
but it was just
Jerry
Sportster that you raced on.
Well, Jerry says he'll be there on the 29th at Kathmandu, and they're leaving on the 8th or 9th. What suspension did Bob have done on his bike? Legends.
I've got the Legends on mine. Another one that there's 2 other ones that I've thought about looking into if they want to put them on for free. One is the Orleans. They've come out with a black series now. That's what All About Customs has. And then the other one is, what's that one that they make them in Florida? But I don't think they come to Sturgis though.
Oh, suspension something.
Suspension Technologies or something. They're out of Florida.
You were talking to that Fox guy too.
Oh yeah, Fox is another one that JP Cycle started handling this Fox. And I was interested, but my point is, I'm not looking to buy anymore. I'm happy with my Legends. I got the Legends on it, and I'm super side. It works great, no complaints. But I woun't mind trying some of these other shocks just so I can talk more about the Orleans. Orleans is not American made. They're made in Switzerland, I think. And to where the Legends are actually made right over here in Sturgis. So they're an American-made product. They both carry, I think, the lifetime warranty on them. But the Fox is another one we were talking to down when we were in Sturgis. I mean, down in Daytona. But I don't know if they'll be up here in Daytona or in Sturgis or not. They would probably be at J&P Cycles if they're here. We'll have to wait and see. But I highly recommend either right now, my 2 recommendations if you were coming here, it's either Legends or the Orleans. That's my 2 things. And if I was going to get the Legends, Rick Reck did a great job on my bike. If you're going to go there, let me know so I make sure the right guy puts your stuff on for you. Second one is if you want to try the Orleans, go over here to All About Customs and we'll have Joey fix you up. Same thing. If you're going to, anytime you're going to some of these vendors, make sure you tell them we sent you. Then they know, not saying that anybody would do a crappy job, They just know that we guarantee their products. To where if you are dissatisfied with their service, you can always tell us, and then we get on their ass. So let us know, and maybe we can even be over there. We've been over there a couple times. Joey's been putting handlebars on. We'll film a little bit of your bike getting handlebars and stuff on your bike, or shocks. And he also does the air shocks and the center stands and all that kind of stuff. And Joey's just very anal. He's very, very, very particular, very precise in his work. You could, if you wanted him to work with dynamite, that's the guy I'd want to do it. You know, because you know it's going to be done right. Sometimes he's a little tough to talk to sometimes because if he's had an issue with a bike, a lot of times he gets bikes come in there and somebody else has already been in there and done a bunch of crap and he's got to fix it. It kind of aggravates him. And I always tell him, let us know. Let us film some of that stuff. Show some of this. We don't have to tell the people, but you should. I say this all the time. If you get a fairing, you're getting a radio put in your bike. You want to see it before they put the fairing on. You want to make sure that they've zip tied all the wires, that it doesn't look like a spider web when they opened it up. Because you take it anywhere, and a lot of especially at a dealership, they just start cutting that shit because they're like, we can't get to what we need to work on. And it's not their fault. Or some people do these air shocks. I've seen some come in the Joey's that is like, oh my gosh, it's rubbing on the back of the tire. And it's like, well, we went to another one that Rick Rack did a stereo for a guy. They were doing something, putting some lights on. And then when they get ready to pull the gas tank off, and the guy had the wiring for the stereo laying on top of the head. They didn't even pull the tank off and run it through the center harness on it. And I told him right then, call the guy. Tell him, get him over here so he knows that you guys didn't. And this guy had spent $3,000 for an amp and speakers, and somebody did a crap ass job on his bike. So you always want to kind of stay around and kind of take a little, unless it's one of the people we're recommending. Most time, if we're recommending all about customs or fairing exchange or Dan Kite,
they do a good job.
I don't even have to question anything. But some of them, it's just like if I'm having something done at Ciro, I'm having something done at Rick Rack. I have certain mechanics that work on my bike, and not everybody works on my bike because some of the other guys, I don't know them. And a lot of these places you go to have a lot of rollover of employees. And so you just got to be cautious of that. All of our vendors will stand behind their products and take care of if there's a problem, but you don't want to have a problem. You want it to be right the first time and get out the door and not have to worry about it. So
Craig, it rained here Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Misty, rainy. Wasn't a lot because he says he's up in Minnesota and they've had too much rain. Jerry,
Sioux Falls had 7 inches of rain. They had flooding.
Jerry said he was thinking about either Legends or Progressive. The front is what makes the big difference.
Progressive. I had Progressive before,
but only on the back.
But I wasn't. My Legends are 100 times better than what Progressive were.
And John Fisher, he's a sticker member, says it's Olin's. There's no R in it. So Olin's. Not Orleans.
We're from Missouri.
We put R's in everything.
Water,
wash.
Orleans.
So, yeah. Greg, we're almost getting a lot of rain there in Florida, too.
So we haven't really had any real rain here. We had, like here, where we're at, wait till we show you the Badlands. I don't know if it'll be like this when you get here. The Badlands was so green, it looked like a different place. There was a couple of valleys that were with the rocks and the green grass. It was like looking through a kaleidoscope. It was just unreal.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. And, but yeah, it was, wait till I show you that video. So we did a video, then we're going to talk about it. We ended up, because I had a lot of people ask me about the 1880s town. If you're into history, it's kind of cool. If you're not, maybe you don't want to go. I'm kind of glad I stopped. Wasn't very expensive. I don't know, was it $10 or something to get in there? We took a picture of the price. I don't remember that. $10, it was worth $10. They had a lot of original buildings from the 1880s they had brought in there. It's kind of cool. They had some stuff from the movie Dancing with the Wolves. Yep. They had some of the props from that and stuff like that. It was kind of cool. So it's just to do, not counting the ride out there. Because the 1880s town is 40 miles past the Badlands out the back exit.
Thank you very much.
So what we did is we decided to go that way first, go all the way out to the 1880s town and come back. So we come through the back gate and show you all that. But it was the last time we were there, the visitor centers and stuff weren't open. And she didn't go inside. She wasn't feeling real good. But the visitor center had a lot of cool stuff. They were doing archaeology. They were cleaning rocks and stuff and looking at stuff. And it's kind of neat.
There's a big find of mammoth.
Yeah, down in Hot Springs.
Yeah.
They won't make it down there.
Well, they also in the Badlands, they found some too, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
But they there's a huge one in Hot Springs. They said probably the biggest mammoth
in the North America.
Yeah, that's awesome. And it's right down the road.
So we gotta make it down there and check that out.
And go to the Hot Springs.
Hot Springs.
Well, I don't know. It was cold a few days ago, and I really wanted to go to the Hot Springs.
That was 90 degrees. You may not want to get in there.
Yeah, I may not want to go now.
So,
well, I was thinking that would help all my whatever was going on. Yes. Russell's here from Oregon. John said it was too funny that we put ours and everything. He said he loves his. A lot of people said, somebody else said they love their legends. Andrew and then John both said they love their. D-Rider says, good evening, guys. He must have just got on.
Yeah, church was from the SOB bar.
Why?
The SOB on the front of her
seat.
Son of a Buck bar.
No, St. Hodge bar.
SOB bar. That's a cool one. If you're going out, that's why I said that's one of the things that I talk about. We're going to show you everything. We even went out the other day. Oh, it was the thing we did. We went out to Mount Rushmore, and we seen the lighting of the presidents. I wasn't impressed with it all. I thought it was going to be more like a light show, but all it is they turn on the light for a night. They have a little movie to watch before.
Tells about all the presidents and what they said.
I videotaped the whole thing. I might put it on Facebook because it's probably copyrighted. But it wasn't. Would you go back and watch it again?
I'm glad I did it.
I'm glad. I wished I did, but. Well, the kids were screaming behind us and stuff. And it was hard to hear. And
yeah, they need better speaker systems out there. It was very difficult to hear what she was saying. And then the movie was the same way. And that's what she said. If it was too windy, they'd shut the movie off because it'll rip the screen. I guess obviously that's happened before. So, yeah, I don't know. It was.
So we haven't gone back. We were going to do that. Hey, guys.
Hi.
Yeah, it's the SOB bar.
Oh. Yeah, it is.
I told you. I said I bet you there with the SOB bar.
Did you see your video?
You want a free plug? Come over here. We're doing a live.
So this is the guy that we talked to that's from the SOB bar. Here, I'll get up. He can stand there.
Because I said, I look at their Jeep. I bet you they're with the SOB bar. Here, stop in here. Tell everybody who you are.
Oh, hi, guys. This is Tim from the St. Ange Bar, SOB. Just happened to stop by, and we had a great video from Dora. Thank you guys so much for the publicity. That was awesome. No problem. And appreciate it. And
so what all you going to have playing out during the bike week?
Got 6 days of live music.
Okay.
I got people coming in. They had Branson, Missouri. They were here last year for us.
Oh, cool.
People are standing on their chairs videotaping them.
Oh, wow.
They play BMI recorded songs, and people love them.
Okay.
And then I got another guy from Cave Creek, Arizona. He comes up every year, Kevin Shepard. He comes up with the whole party. He spends about 3 days with us, and a lot of people love it. A lot of people love it.
So every night you're going to have something going on every day?
6 days out of the week.
Okay.
6 days out of the week. And so it's pretty good for us.
Yeah.
Tuesday and Wednesday with the activity of the bikes is standing room only. So it's kind of the other days.
Yeah.
It's a whole, entertain the people and have some good food for them. So
it looks like you've done a lot of remodeling in there. It looks like a lot of new wood and stuff I've seen.
One of the greatest things that we did, when you walk in, you see all the brands.
Yeah.
And our fire department is trying to figure a way to generate funds for building a new building. It's a volunteer fire department. And we auctioned off, had blued wood from South Dakota, 10 by 10 timbers, 8 by 8 timbers. And we auctioned off 11-inch spacings. And we were able to raise $49,500
Wow, that's great.
Fire department.
That's great.
And we're pretty proud of that.
That is. That's a good job. That's
so
good.
We do a lot of promotions for our fire department, local places and stuff like that. So we're a small community.
Yeah.
You
gotta help each other.
It's all family. I tell people if you're going to trip and fall, they're going to make fun of you and laugh their ass, laugh at you, but then they're going to pick you up and brush you off.
Right.
And you can't get that everywhere.
No.
And what's your hours going to be out there during the rally?
During the rally, it's mostly going to be, I think it's going to be 9 to 9, 9 to 10-ish, but I say that like 10 o'clock because
That's how big a crowd is.
It is, and there's no camping there, so everybody has to drive to us, or we're not late night.
Well, I didn't realize that St. Ange Road there what goes up to the 90 there. You can come there. We came. That's the way we came with the group. And I was like, wow, I didn't even realize it was that easy to get to you.
Yeah, because we're at a crossroads from Belfast, Spearfish, Whitewood, Sturgis, and we're about 12 miles, approximately 12 miles for all three towns. We're a crossroads, but there's no hotels or nothing, so everybody's got to drive. So I leave it up to the bartenders when they want to close, but most of the people are coming to the rally. They're going to different places for the concerts and nightly activities and stuff like that. But stop out and enjoy us, guys. Thank you so much.
No problem.
You guys.
We'll stop out sometime between the rally. We'll try to get out there and see you again.
Sounds good. Thank
All righty.
You're welcome.
So there you go. We had a special guest come on for you. And I just never know. I kept seeing when he pulled up with the Jeep, I'm like, I think that's the guy from the SOB bar.
She went across the street, so.
And so at least he's seen the video.
Yeah.
So we always appreciate that. And that's why I said,
that's what he said. He didn't really want to do it. He says, I don't want to look stupid.
He did a lot better job now than he did then.
Wasn't as nervous. I didn't have a camera in his face, maybe.
So, yeah.
So everything's going good, Nicholas.
So it's kind of neat. All these little bars, that's why I always say, I never got to this point a while ago, about Devil's Tower and Badlands. You know, those are great tourist things to go see and families and all that kind of stuff like that. But if you're a biker, that's really one of the last things you want to put on your list. Because there's so many of these little cool little bars. You know, you don't have to, even if you're not a drinker, we're not big drinkers. We go in there and have a soda, or she gets a water. Or we don't get anything. We just stop in and just walk around a little bit and say, hey, I want that t-shirt. You know, at this bar, I shot the one where they said saddle sore, and it was a girl, somebody patting on a girl's butt.
Well, this t-shirt said SSS, Saddle Sore Sunday, and it had a guy grabbing a girl's jeans.
So, but I mean, you might say, hey, man, I want that shirt. And so you bought a shirt from them. So it's just cool to stop in some of these. To me, that's the Black Hills. When you get out and check out all these little bars and these little restaurants and all this kind of neat stuff, there's so much of it. Out there at Moonshine Gulch is another cool one to go to. We'll be out there again this year. We're sorry that, what's her name? Originally owned it.
Betsy.
Betsy's she's not there anymore. She sold it to this other lady. I don't remember what their names are, but they kind of kept it the same. I think they had a little bit more food, but I mean, they were a hamburger and a beer. That's all they sold, hamburgers and beers. And but it was just a cool
or a can of Coke.
A great ride out there, and but you have to come back because it's the road turn, unless you like to ride on chat. And so, but I mean, to me, that is the Black Hills. And if you can get out there, then you start seeing the local people. And to talk to the local people here, especially like if you're from New York or Florida or California, and you don't really get to spend much time in the Black Hills, you start to meet the people that live here. When you meet the people that have lived their whole life here, especially up in the hills and stuff like that, they're a different kind of people. You don't see them playing on their phones. We were in a restaurant yesterday, that CH restaurant we were talking about. And actually, when I looked around, I didn't see anybody on the phone but us. Kids and stuff they were playing with whatever little toy they had or whatever. They could have been talking, but they weren't. Families weren't really doing a lot of chatting. I mean, they might have been touristing all day and decided that was enough for them. They were done yakking with each other.
Cheeseburger, 2 chips and 2 Pepsis.
And so,
Internet live.
Yeah. So it's just, I don't know. And then it's like if people always talk about the bands. You know, that's the last thing I ever think about. We don't really come, I'd like to see Jelly Roll. But if I don't see Jelly Roll, I really don't care. It's not going to be, oh man, I should have went and seen him. He's not that high on my list. One, he's playing everywhere. So it's not, in Kid Rock, same thing. If we have time to see Kid Rock, that'd be great, but probably not. We've seen him with Kid Rock is one of these things that when we first seen him the very first time,
awesome.
He played all of his newer stuff, cowboy.
Right.
He didn't play any of that rap junk that he started out with. We never knew him back then. We never followed him. And he played a lot of good rock and roll and country. And then when we seen him again, it was pretty good. Next time we seen him, it was like, oh crap, he went back to playing his old rap stuff. And it's like we weren't very happy with the concert at all. And last time at the Chip 2 years ago, we didn't stay for the concert because we were just tired. But we could hear it, and it was playing a lot of the old stuff that he had played the year before. So you might, a lot of these people want to mix it up because
which is a good thing.
You don't want them playing the same crap over and over and over.
Same sets, anywhere he goes.
But
5 to 10 years.
Yeah. Well, it just depends on what you want, because if you go to, a lot of times I hate when you go to a concert and the band always plays off the new album. Here's the new album coming out next week. Well, dude, I don't know any of these freaking songs. I really don't want to hear any of your freaking songs. I always talk this story all the time. Probably 20 years ago, I don't know, Art was probably with us. We went to Pomona. They had, it was during the Love Ride, and ZZ Top was playing. So it was out in a hot field. It was hot, standing there, and they played a couple good songs, and they started playing the new album. Well, I bought that new album. I still have that new album. Not any of those songs hit the top 100. And most of the time when they redo songs like that, they never do. And so it's like, dude, we don't want to hear those stupid songs. But if they come popular, you play them next year on your concert tour. If not, keep them at home. But if they're trying to push that album, and so that's why I said a lot of times it's better to hear a good cover band if they're good and they sound like the original artist. It's like Cowboy, the guy that does
Kid Rock.
Kid Rock. He's really good. He even looks kind of like Kid Rock.
Son?
I don't know, probably.
Now we're gonna be real close. Hello.
Is there anything over there now?
We can scoot back more.
Might go to that last table. Go see if that last table looks good. We're moving again. Because if the camera gets too hot, it'll shut off. And we'll be screwed again. I have to switch phones. Da-da-da. Here, we'll look around while we're walking. What's the motorcycle? All right, I don't know. I don't know.
Hell, can we sit over there?
Yeah, but that music's on, so I don't know.
Oh.
That speaker's right there. I don't know. I know. You talk way loud. That's really loud. I don't know.
Well, is that in the shade?
I could see the camera seemed like it was in the sun.
If you put it there, it's still in the sun?
Yeah.
I don't know. It looks shady there. I don't know. Don't know what to tell you.
I don't know either.
Unless you just want to go walk around.
We can hold it up, maybe.
We've been on an hour and 30, almost an hour and 40 minutes. So you got 20 minutes left.
Is it in the sun there?
I guess not. Oh.
Yeah, put the legs out. Still.
Yeah. I don't know.
Stop, you left your purse.
Thanks. You're welcome. Well, we're trying to find, if the camera gets too hot, it'll go off. So.
Oh, yeah.
But the music's too loud.
If we go in there, the music's too loud.
And then copyright.
We got dinged on that the other day.
Yeah, I had to change it, which is really weird because I had one that somebody was talking. It was at Full Throttle Saloon.
Yeah.
If you guys are membership, you got to see that video. That was the extra clip that was in it. Was he was talking and it had a Leonard Skinner song in the background. Well, I put another song next to it and it still gigged it. So I finally just took it out and that's what everybody else got to watch. But only our premiere people got to actually see. So if we end up cutting off, that's what happened. Phone got hot and it ended. So let's see what happens.
All right.
And
So what does Andrew say? Now I can't see anything. Jelly Roll is as down to earth as anyone I've ever seen. He's actually what he seems to be. Highly impressed with his interaction with his fans.
and see, I think that too. I think if you're going to Jelly Roll and you stay after the concert, he's going to come out in the crowd. I'll bet you money he will. So if you want to meet him, party with him, drink with him, I think you're going to find that at this year at that concert. I think he's really going to be that. Us, we're not going to stay that long. We're going to see if we can meet him ahead of time and see what happens. He doesn't seem like he's as, I guess I'll just hold it out here.
All right.
It's not as crazy as some. See what happens with a lot of these when we try to meet them, like Kid Rock and stuff. They've all got publicists. So they want money every time they do something. They take a picture with you, but they won't say anything. So we've never, Buffalo Chip last year, we got promised everything and we got nothing from the artist. Because we figured we were going to get Leonard Skinner because he had talked to them last year. And we got burned and never got to that. So I wasn't real happy about that. So that's why we're doing this year. We're going back to doing what we did when we first started doing this. Just giving great information on everything. And
Going back to basics.
some people think we're maybe mad at the buffalo chip because we haven't done anything on them yet. But what we do, what they haven't done anything yet. They haven't cut the grass. They haven't, because it's so far away yet. Because there's nothing going on other than the few things they're doing.
We'll be out there for Adventure Bike Fest, so that'll be in a couple weeks.
So we'll show you that, and we're going to go out there next week, and we're going to show you the blacktop they've done. We'll show you the over in Penske Park. They did some new sewer hookups they got put in. It's not all done yet, so it'd be rough to show you, but those spots are already gone. I couldn't believe how much they charge for over there. But I mean, they're always sold. They're always sold out. But I mean, you get free food and all the beer you can drink, draft beer.
So you got to take that into consideration.
But I mean, it's still a lot of money. But you get VIP, you get to stand in the front all the time for all the concerts. So it's a really good deal, but it's a lot of money.
Up on a Cracker says we need to get a little parasol for our camera.
Yeah. Brock umbrella. They used to have it when we lived in St. Louis. Lou Brock. He was the first one who had that umbrella we'd mount on your head. They called it a Brock umbrella when we were like back in the 70s.
Thanks, John.
Oh,
He's just like us. We're for real.
Willie Mays passed away this week.
Did he really?
Yeah. 90-something years old.
Oh.
Hadn't heard about him in a long time. I actually thought he was probably already gone. But one of the great, when I used to play Core League, my bat was Willie Mays' bat. And
I know, I didn't realize because while we were in St. Louis, we were rained out, so we got to watch all these videos, and they had Whitey Herzog up, and I thought, is Whitey still around? Because last time I looked, he was, but he had died this April 2024.
Didn't know that.
I didn't know that either until we were there.
You didn't know me.
Oh, you were sitting at the other end. We weren't together. The boys were between us.
So pretty exciting. We have a lot of fun here. It's great to be in Sturgis early. You can kind of see the town. You know, a lot of people don't think there's nothing going on here. Let me show you. Right after the rally's over, it does look like a dust bowl because everybody's tired. The streets are bare. I mean, some of the shots we've had, the streets kind of quiet.
Yeah, it was a lot busier last weekend. I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know. But I mean, things are starting to happen now. So people maybe people went out to Full Throttle Saloon today and spent all day out there. 90 degrees. It's hot. Go back home.
Yeah.
A lot of bikes are out here already. We see a lot of bikes. Like if you go to buy the hotel here in town, the Sturgis Motel, there's usually a dozen or more bikes parked out front pretty much all the time. So a lot of people are staying there, coming through, riding bikes and stuff like that. So there's been a lot of bikes. They've been saying ever since Memorial Day, they've had a good, strong amount of bikes. I'd say there's a couple hundred bikes running around the area. And most of them are tourists today. Even with the dealership closed, we seen just coming here, we probably seen a dozen or more. A couple of them were
earlier this morning. We left about 10.
Yeah. So there's people like a husband and wife or boyfriend, girlfriend had bikes. And because we followed one girl had a little Sportster, was in front of us, and she kept saying she's leaning the wrong way.
Well, it looked like, but he said she wasn't touching flat-footed either.
Yeah.
So
it's pretty bad when you're on a Sportster and you still can't touch the ground.
She might have been a little on the
you need to lower that
vertically challenged side.
Lower that baby a little bit. Lower another inch for her. Get her set up. And they see another girl.
He lives part-time in Vegas and part-time in Maryland. So when you're in Vegas, you should let us know whenever we're home.
Yeah. So we're all set up for the SEMA show again this year. We just got our confirmations on that. And we'll be staying at 1,000 Trails. Our resorts are already booked up. We waited too long probably to book it.
Yeah.
And because I didn't know when they were booking SEMA. And so we wrote and said, oh, she got approved before I did. Which was shocking. But I sent hers in first. And so we're back at SEMA. And see what kind of fun stuff we can get for the shop. I want to get a car lift. And we'll see what other kind of fun stuff we can get for SEMA. We'll spend more time looking for
push guard for the front of the truck too.
We want to try to get some stuff for the truck and stuff like that to fix up and see if we can get some free stuff. So we'll show you some stuff about SEMA. SEMA's just really cool. Here's an old car going by. He's come by a couple times.
Wild side. He wrapped it up for you.
Hopefully you could see it. Racing down the street. Goes the motorcycle.
So hopefully, John, you'll get to retire soon. He says he can't wait till he gets to retire.
Yep. Have some money put away. That's always what's important, unless you got a good income coming in. So both of us are now on our Social Security, and I get a little pension money, and we do all right doing that. So that's one of the reasons we're looking So far, we haven't had anybody bite on our sponsorships. We've had a couple of them say that they're discussing it. So hopefully by the time Sturgis gets through here, we'll have a little bit of confirmation to know what we're doing next year. And we'll see what happens. Myrtle Beach, we got to call and see if we can get. The bad thing is I don't have a motorcycle from Myrtle Beach, so I don't know what we're going to do there. That's my only thing there. Daytona, I can pretty much get a motorcycle. We think we're going to find out here in another couple weeks if we have a place to stay. So if I have a place to stay and I don't have a sponsor to fly us in, we'll have to see what the airline tickets are running, and maybe we would come anywhere because Harley will probably give us a couple bikes to ride. And so if they do that, then we'll probably go to Daytona for the spring rally. We're not doing the fall. We talked about that. We had the promoter for the rally said they were all excited about us, and we've never heard back from them after we called them and said we were interested.
They kept calling us and begging us to come, and then once we said, okay, what can you help us out with, or and we'll call you. Don't call us, we'll call you. One of those deals.
So we never heard back from them, so I kind of left it at that. No, my arm's getting tired.
No. Can you put it on the chair? Put the chair over there?
I don't know, it'd be kind of low. I should have brought the clamp.
Yeah.
Clamp mounted on the back of the chair. Yeah. Those Mustang GT, seen 2 of those today go by.
Now you got 15 minutes left.
Oh, it's only 15 minutes to hold this up.
There you
Do
go.
my exercise.
Let me see.
Yeah, you talk to them. I hold it.
You guys have been the best information and keep us going in the wrong direction. Definitely a value added to all events. I'll be back in Vegas on the 8th of October. Sorry, work in both places. I know, it's hard. Retired Air Force military, but work for a company in Maryland. There you go.
You going to Ocean City?
Yeah, maybe we can see you in Ocean City.
That's in September. We'll be there for Ocean City. That's set up in Bikes, Booze, and Barbecue. We don't have a place to stay yet in Bikes, Booze, and Barbecue. But we're working on that. We should maybe, I wanted to call to say we probably should have made the day.
Yep.
Maybe do when we get off. And give him a call. He was in the hospital. So we have to see what happened. And he's posting again. So I'm figuring he's out and about and make sure he's going to do something. If not, we have to get a motel because I already bought the airline tickets. So we'll have a little bit of expense for doing that. But the bike we should be able to get from Pig Trail. We'll call them next week too and double check with them, make sure that's good.
Here, John, email us your information and I'll give you our contact information, and hopefully we'll meet up either in Maryland or in Vegas. So we should be back on the 8th.
And the Vegas is going to be getting the Evel Knievel Museum soon. It came from Kansas. What's the town in Kansas?
Topeka.
Yeah. They closed it up while we were there. They closed it up and they're moving it out. And so we're hoping maybe January or February, we might be able to get you a preview of the building. But the stuff won't be in there till later this summer, I think is what she said. But we're going to get it exclusive to that, which will be kind of neat. And so that'll be neat. So that'll be some future videos that we see that you can see some stuff on local news, but you won't be able to get the inside view of what we've got. Pretty exciting.
Yep.
So pretty neat. But it's actually cooling down a little bit. It's a little more comfortable now.
You're in the shade.
Oh, a little hot.
My arm's a little warm. It'll be pinking soon. Well, we've only got 10 more minutes. I'll survive.
I'm going to set this over here and see. Hopefully it won't
Audie's
work.
on. Hi, Audie. How are you? He's on Facebook. How did we get his name?
Well, if he's on the commercial one, the one that comes up as Bob and Tam's. So we have 2 Bob and Tam's pages. One's one when I post, it says Bob and Tam posted. The other one puts my name on it. One's a group and one's a business page.
But anyway, he's on Facebook and he.
See how blue the sky is?
Yep. And he wrote a comment because I didn't think they were allowed to comment.
Well, on that one you can, on the business page. Or if I put it on my personal page, they would do it. They won't do it on group pages no more.
Well, that stinks.
It does.
We'll have to.
So look at the cloud. Not a cloud in the sky.
No, nowhere. Nope.
Holy
It's
smoke.
way over there.
Oh, yeah. On the other side of the mountain.
There's
Which is interesting. We've seen a satellite view of the Black Hills. It's actually an oval shape with a ring around it, like a crown, all the way around it. So like here in Sturgis and in Rapid City, that hill you go over is the crown that goes around it. Very interesting.
It was really kind of cool looking. I told him, I said, we should have took a picture of that.
I figured I could find it, but I mean, I'd probably go on the internet and we could probably Google satellite view of Black Hills, and then probably would be able to find it. But it was just very, very interesting. Well, the guy that took us on there, which we should have filmed him talking about it, but he'd point out all the different
We're good, Janice.
things that were there and the roads that were and all that. And it was kind of neat. It was somebody had given it to him, but I didn't film that. So what?
Pat Man rules. Says
Fat
Bob,
Man.
Pat Man, P-A-T. Bob, you didn't like that street glide enough to pull the trigger? We don't want another payment.
Yeah. We still have to pay on the RV. We're still paying on that. We bought that new Ranger truck, which I now, after I thought about it, I probably shouldn't have bought it.
Right.
And then I borrowed money on my garage to put the concrete, which by the time we get home, I probably won't have the money to put in the concrete. So
Mike wrote the Evil Knievel Hotel, Casino, and Museum. It's a great place to crash.
I have to tell her that. Maybe they need to put a casino in there with it. That'd be their new saying.
Bullwhackers Bar in Whitewood has the oldest bar in the Black Hills. It's worth a stop.
What is it called?
Check that out. Bullwhackers Bar in Whitewood.
Because they say the one in Custer.
It's supposed to be the oldest bar in the Black Hills.
Yeah.
Just like when we went to Texas, they said that it was the largest tree in Texas, I guess. Well, then we go, I don't know, 100 miles away, still in Texas, and it says they've got the largest tree in Texas.
Well, what they were measuring, one measured the trunk, and the other one measured how big the tree was.
Yes.
But speaking of that, Saloon 10 is not where Wild Bill Hickok was shot. That chair that's sitting in Saloon 10 is not the chair that Wild Bill Hickok was shot in. Why would I know that? Look at that chair. Next time you go into Saloon 10, that chair has rivets in it. Back in the 1800s, they did not have rivets in chairs. Think about it. This guy, Wild Bill Hickok, came from the East Coast. So you're telling me he strapped a chair onto his horse and brought it from the East Coast to Deadwood? Not hardly. He actually got shot at Wild Bill's bar in the basement, which used to be the level of the street. And you should go there, which we're going to try to get back down there this year and get an interview with them again. And that's a great interview there. But Saloon 10, they never tell you facts. It's more of a show that when they talk about Saloon 10, they don't ever say it's for facts. They say it's like the shootout on town. You know, if you go to Tombstone, they do the Wild Earp shootout there in the street.
Okay.
Well, it's a reenactment. It's not the real. Cool. Yeah, it's not the real shooting because it happened back in the 1800s. And it's not even there. It's not even in the real place. The actual shootout was out in another where the street is at, on the other side of where they say the actual place was at. Whole nother story to tell you. So not everything is as it appears, or they tell you that it is.
Yeah.
We're giving you the truth, giving you the facts.
Jack.
That's the fact. Jack.
Anyway, you got about 7 minutes left.
7 minutes. Any questions? I can't hardly see me. I'm in the dark.
No, you are. You look like you're just a figment of my imagination.
I'm the shadow.
You are.
I could do shadow puppet.
Shadow. I'm half and half.
Look, there's a dog over there. Get out of there, damn dog.
Seen a lot of dogs in the back of trucks I don't like to see.
Yeah, she had one time when we was in St. Louis. Well, it wasn't me. She was by her going to work. Dog flew out and somebody ran over it a couple times. And the guy was stopped like he was panicking. What happened to my dog? What happened to my dog? Dude, he blew out like 2 miles back.
It was not a fun sight to see. As we had DJ, I got home and I just grabbed DJ and hugged her.
That's what I said. If you're going to put a dog like that, you should have a tether rope in the middle that keeps the dog to where the dog can't get out either way.
Well, this dog, he was like 2 cars ahead.
He was on a
pickup truck.
He was on a toolbox.
He was on the back of the toolbox. So when he switched lanes, it was the guy's fault. When he switched lanes, he jerked and the dog just went shoot.
So right off the other side.
Yep. I saw it, and then it was like, I don't want to see this. I don't want to see this.
And a bunch of people ran over it.
And then when he
pulled over,
I went past him, and he's like, my dog. Well,
you're stupid. You're stupid. He's a what?
I don't say that very often, but that guy was. Fireworks at Mount Rushmore for the 4th.
Nope.
No. Biden took care of that for us.
Yep. Biden signed. You can't have him. So you want to blame anybody? Oh, Joey.
There's another old car.
Yep. That's an old Nomad wagon. It's like a 55 Nomad wagon.
It's like a pea
Stop in here.
green yellow.
Yeah, it's not a factory color. A lot of good old cars out here.
Are you guys going to be doing lives every Sunday? Yes, probably.
Up
from here
until
on out.
rally starts.
And then we'll probably be doing periodically throughout the week.
Yeah, through the rally, we'll be doing one every day. Because what the goal is to give you all the great information before the rally starts. And when the rally starts, we'll be doing lives in different locations. We'll try to do a different live all the time. We always like to do one here. Actually, the first waitress wasn't as friendly as the one we have now. She knows us. Most of these girls, when we walk up here, they all know us. But it's not like they're busy. You know.
So Crap on a Cracker says they're going to stay all night when they go to the trip for Kid Rock. Where do they suggest camping? Put a low tent. We know some good places, but
it just depends on what's
going to be taken.
Yeah, it depends on what's going to be available. The best thing is on the go behind Bikini Beach and just keep on that road. On the right-hand side, you'll see Camp Easy Ride. On the left-hand side, there's a lot of shade there. We'll do the walkthrough again. We did a video. We did a video last year. It was about it. There's no shade at Buffalo Chip, and we show you all the places where there's shade at. So there's some other cool places.
Well, it's going to be at night, so.
But they're going to put the tent up right before it gets dark.
Probably.
But I mean, they probably want to sleep a little bit in the morning. You don't want to get up at 5 o'clock when the sun comes up here about 5 a.m. Bright and early. So yeah, it can get hot here.
Is where the rich people stay during the rally. Fun to check out the big rigs and extra big trailers.
What did she say?
Yeah, Elkhorn.
Yeah, Elkhorn out by Spearfish. Yeah, that's where Rusty Wallace and all the big names. If any of the artists, like let's say Kid Rock was going to stay all night, that's where his RV would be. Which I don't know if Kid Rock has an RV. Kid Rock usually has a plane, and he flies in, and he'll probably fly into Rapid, and they'll pick him up and bring him here, and then he'll go back and fly out. He flies out the same night usually. Rod's good friends with him.
Yeah. Dale wants to know if we're going to be going to any of the concerts in town. Well, I guess the local concerts. We'll probably do.
Yes, but I already said Thursday night. We're going to try to go over to Kickstands. We won't stay all night because we're not big Jasmine Kane fans. I like her first stuff she plays, but when she starts getting head banging and all that kind of stuff, screaming and yelling, I'm not into that. War Hippie, same thing. We like to sleep. That's our problem. A lot of bikes going by.
Against the wood line over by the North Tower. If there's not already people there.
But see, Thursday may not be bad because the second group may have already left. So that's one of the reasons the Chip put them on Thursday night, because they're trying to get people to stay, get that second wave of people coming in.
Jason says, stay by Bikini Beach and you'll get plenty of sleep. Laugh out loud.
Yeah. That was bad last year. Rod even had to go down there because they were doing burnouts down there in front of Bikini Beach. And people were complaining they couldn't sleep. It was like 3 a.m, and Rod went down there and made them all stop.
Well, they called Rod and they said, you need to come down here. Well, because they got the Yellowstone security out there riding around in their little jeeps. Why they couldn't handle it, I don't know. But they had to call Rod. And Rod had to get up and go down there and say, party time's over. Y'all need to go back and go to sleep. You know, go home. You can stay somewhere, but you can't stay here. Is that how the song goes? What was that song?
We're closing, and you can.
I don't know.
I think the F word's in there, but
no.
The house is on fire.
No, that was another one too. Something about.
Yeah, you can kind of see it now.
You can stay, but you can't stay here.
Yeah, somebody will say it.
I don't know.
Whatever that saying is. It's all pretty exciting, and like I said, we got a lot of stuff. We filmed a lot of stuff already in Sturgis here. Went down to 160 Biker Chick, and we went over to Pizza Ranch and ate there and talk a little bit about that. And we've done a bunch of different stuff around here. If you need diesel gas, the best place is out here on the 90 on the way to
Rapid City.
On the right-hand side, the first Sinclair station. Right now, it's $1.39 I paid today.
$3.34.
It was, $3.34, $3.39. That's the cheapest right now. No place cheaper. Gas right now here is like $3.58 for unleaded. Premium for your bike, like the 93 octane I bought it the other day, was $4.04. I don't know if it's what that.
Call us, Craig, and let us know when you get here.
We're probably going to start using gas out of the trailer because I filled it all up and we haven't used the drop out of it. And after this trip, I don't know when the next time the trailer's going out.
Billy, Crap on Cracker says, oh, laugh out loud. We'll be up at 5 a.m. Well, then you can put it anywhere you want.
That's right.
It's anywhere.
Yeah.
Except
You just
the
can't
place.
you cannot put your tent on an RV site unless the RV people invite you. That's the only stipulation. So like if you wanted to put it in
There you go.
like Blue Sky where the RVs are, you can't put it there, but in the valley behind them, you could.
Yeah, you can park it right
So if
behind.
you're going to get up bright and early in the morning, then it doesn't really matter where you put your tent. Just find a place, anchor it down, and you'll be good.
Are we covering the Legends ride this year?
Yes, but it's weird this year because Rod got into it with Deadwood. They came back. I don't know what they told him. They told him he had to do something this year, and he said goodbye, and he left. So it's leaving from the Buffalo chip. So it's not going to
Like
be.
it used to.
Yeah, I don't know when. So that's what the new asphalt was in the back. You're going to come through the back, and that's where the dinner is going to be, and all the stuff.
That's where you're going to leave, and that's where you're going to come back.
Yeah,
to.
but it's a better ride this year. I think they're going down Spearfish Canyon.
And then Icebox Canyon. We never did look that up.
Yeah, I did, but I didn't.
Oh, Rod said it was a really cool ride.
So we're going to look into that and give you that ahead of time.
I
So-
was wondering.
So we might. But I need to talk to Rod and put us up in the VIP with the leaders of the pack. Why not? But Rusty Wallace ride now is going from Deadwood and coming back to Deadwood. So if you want to do Rusty Wallace,
Yeah, and it's been all over. It's left from
the chip,
Black
left
Hills
the
Harley,
Delia.
and it's left at Spearfish Canyon, and it's left. but
We're
this
there.
year's in-
Yeah, Spearfish Canyon I didn't think was bad, but Rusty's entourage didn't feel that the city was taking care of them, so they left.
And then I think the Bells ride is still going to leave from
the
Deadwood
chip.
too.
Oh,
No,
at least in the 10?
They leave from Deadwood
Oh,
and
yeah.
come to the chip.
She may be in the Bells ride. We haven't looked at that yet. They asked her to be in it, but I don't know if they want us to pay or if she's going to be a VIP.
Barry showed up after the concert. Buck Cherry. I
And the Buck Cherry ain't playing nowhere this year. I haven't seen them.
haven't seen him. No.
Look, it's Tucker's coming. There's Mindy and Tucker.
Oh, is he in there?
Oh, coming at you.
Oh. I can't see it.
Can't
It's too
see a
bright.
dog?
I see a dog. I can't tell what kind of dog it is. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. That's
There you
it.
go.
That's it.
There, yeah, you can see. It's Mindy and Tucker. Didn't think so.
I don't know. I
Still can't. They're gone now. They're right behind the building.
corner. As soon as I saw it, it went around the corner.
Got her sunglasses on. She can't see.
No, it's too bright. You don't have to go, but you can't see here. Okay.
We got that figured out.
I want to be able to find our tent after some drinking, laugh out loud.
Yeah.
But for real, yes, I get that too.
Another cool place to put it would be if you can get with the Christian group, like where you before you go into the arena, there's a place where you can park. They park motorcycles and golf carts and all kinds of stuff. And right next to that is a church group that's there. If you give them some money, maybe they'll probably let you put your tent right behind their stuff. They're right next to that bathroom.
Yeah, the girls and gals bathroom right on across from
And,
the beach.
Because I don't know what kind of organization they are. They're some kind of Christian group.
And they're usually really early.
But they're not the ones that clean the bathrooms.
No, it's just another one.
Yeah.
So that won't be too far from the amphitheater, so you
Yeah.
might be able to find that.
Yeah, you could stumble back to that one.
Yep.
Put a blinky light on top of your tent.
It's time for the premiere.
We don't have a premiere today.
All right, so that means your time is up. 2 hours and 3
6
minutes.
o'clock. Because we started a couple minutes early tonight. We wanted
So
to make
you went
sure
over 2 minutes.
over 2 hours.
2 hours.
Not over 2 minutes.
Whatever.
So how many people we got on?
I don't
can't
want
see.
to tell you.
We got a lot.
Over 100.
Holy smokes. 101. Thank you. Yep. That's why I love doing Sturgis. If they would give us enough information, we would just cover Sturgis year round.
Then we wouldn't have to worry about flying into any place else.
That's right. Why we fly here.
You think?
I'd still come out here a couple times a year. We wouldn't have as much expense as we did going to all these other rallies. So we'll see.
Nighttime, boy.
So we'll show you a little bit. Let me flip the camera around so I can see what I'm showing you. And we'll show you a little bit around here. Settings.
He doesn't know how to
Camera.
say goodnight. So say goodnight, Bob.
They don't want to see the stuff?
No. They're all saying stuff now. Neil made it. Well, hot dogs, Neil.
All right.
Big Alaskan
Here's
hog
what we're
rally is
drinking.
over.
Yeah, he was doing a hog group meeting. The hog group thing. All right.
And
So-
Captain Becker says good night. John Fisher says love you guys. Mike says I'm still here. Mike Martin says Meg Martin. Hit that button and subscribe. Be safe. Have a great day. And Neil says hi all as we're leaving.
So here it is. Look at all the bikes here that are here for Loud American, probably inside Eden. So already a lot of bikes in town. Some locals, probably some tourists. Mainly t-shirts. There's the new sign. You might have seen that on YouTube already or on their Facebook page. It's summertime in Sturgis. And they have another one, welcome to the motorcycle rally or something. And then they have one that says, thank you for being here. It's on the back of one of the signs. There's One Eye Jacks. They'll do more stuff. They got new tables too. A lot of people got new tables this year. I can't believe. So that's looking that way. Sun's bright. Look at that sky. A little windy. You can see it's getting a little quiet. It's a Sunday. A lot of t-shirt places are already open. One Sexy Biker Chick is open. The hotel there has a coffee shop in it. The brewery ice cream place, they're open. I think they're open year round. They're open. Louis is open for Louis Diner. A couple other, I think one of the tattoo places are open. The Dungeon is now open every day. So you can go to the Dungeon. Check out that bar. We're going to try to do that this week. That's on my agenda of things to do. There's the Sturgis sign. I don't know if I can zoom in on that or not. I don't think I have zoom ability. Nope, it won't zoom in. Not on what we're doing. So I can't show you that. You can see it there. Sturgis. Pretty exciting. So, yep, we're just all waiting for you to show up. Kind of quiet. Just picture what this is going to look like. I should take some shots and then take the same shot in a couple weeks when everybody's here. So, yeah, we got 40 days from today, from opening day, August 2nd. If you're coming the weekend before, you got 34 days in counting. It'll be here before we know it, and it'll be gone before we know it. So come in and have some fun. Enjoy yourselves. Enjoy this beautiful weather. Expect any kind of weather. You get rain, sleet, hail, tornadoes. Never had a tornado since we've been here, but don't say they can't be. Hail, we've been pretty lucky that here we've never gotten any real damage. We got beat up out on the 90 one time, but it didn't do any damage to my bike. But you definitely want to have a helmet on. So even though this is a helmet-free state, you should always carry, you really need a full face. It's just like this week. If we would have been out, almost everybody was out riding bikes had full face helmets on. And so you just never know when you're traveling what you're going to see. So did you get all your comments done? Get all your comments done? Well, there's 2 more people commenting.
Well, I'm trying to. They're saying there's a lot of feedback, and I didn't know if it was my mic picking up yours or. Let's take a ride. Glad to see you in town again. Stokes and Spoke. Tell Stokes and Spoke to. Are they talking? Oh, I don't think they can hear me. I just put my microphone away.
Take mine. I'm going to go to the bathroom.
So email us if you live out here and give us your number and we'll give you our number. Stoke and Spoke. And maybe we can go on a ride with you guys if you're out here and you live out here. There we go. Post this video today and opening day. Say no one is in Sturgis. I don't know. Feedback cleared up. I know I was afraid it was my microphone. Now it's under my chin. It's driving me nuts. My rally was more important. Yep. I can tell that I can tell the wheat blowing here at Loud America. Yes, that's where we are. Neil, how was the turnout up there? So did you have a good turnout, Neil? That's what Mike wanted to know. Bob went to the bathroom, and when he gets back, I guess we'll sign off. So we're down to 98. We're down here in Sturgis. bringing you great information, and we'll have some more videos coming up. We didn't have a video yesterday. I don't know if he'll have one out tomorrow or not, if he's got one in the queue or not. But we'll have some more stuff coming up. I had to move this because it's driving me crazy. It was like right under my chin. There, that's better. So if you're out here, let us know. If you're coming out before the rally, because we'll be here through the rally, let us know. Just email us your information and we'll swap numbers, and then we can get a hold of you and we can do some riding or go somewhere or meet up for lunch or dinner or something, breakfast, whatever you guys want to do. Just let us know. We're available most of the time. Not all the time. Every once in a while we have some interviews and stuff lined up, which Tuesday we're going to go to Buffalo Chip, talk about all the bike shows and stuff they got going on out there. Seems like Full Throttle this year has got a lot of bike shows going on. More than I remember they ever had before, unless they're just advertising it more this year. But they're going to have Warren Lane out there. They're going to have Mama Tried. They're going to have a chopper show. They're going to have a bagger show and a sound show. I guess that's all the same day. But we watched his live feed that he did from Facebook the other day. And he was talking about all these different bike shows. But I don't know. I don't know if they had them before or not. I don't really remember. So anyway, that's something that's going on out there. We didn't make it out there today. We were going to, but we didn't. Moving the trailer and everything just got too close to coming here. We was afraid if we went out there, we wouldn't get back here in time. So we just came here, ate, and kind of hung out a while. Till it was time to start the live. So we're in Sturgis for all this time. And Neil, let us know when you get here. When do you leave to go to Milwaukee, Neil? Because it was at, what did Neil said we had 18 states and 2 countries, 235 signed inland, and 28 no-shows. That's a good crowd. You guys did good. I'll be there maybe. Tell the owner I'll be passing through on the 9th or 10th. I need a day or two to recoup before heading to Lewiston, Idaho. Okay. I will let her know. We talked to her a little bit this morning. First time I got to meet her. Very nice lady. Wednesday. So, not this Wednesday, next Wednesday probably. Okay, so this Wednesday you're leaving to go to Milwaukee, I'm assuming. The Chip has a Gold Wing show planned. Better be before 5 so they can get their senior discounts. I don't know. We saw the other day there was somebody riding. It wasn't a Gold Wing, but it was a Honda. And then somebody else was saying, oh, I guess the guy we went and rode with, he's got a BMW. And I don't know. To me, they're just so quiet. I don't know. But, I mean, they're a cool bike, and I think we test drove them one year. Bob did. I don't think I did. BMW used to be right down here at the end of Main Street that one year, and they had a big old display and everything. But I don't know if they got the crowd they thought they were going to get since they were down in that far end of Main Street. I think it was even the straight past the American Legion. So it was pretty far down there. But, I mean, they had a pretty big presence and everything, so I don't know. Mike said that you had planned. Oh, I already read that. Sorry. I read it again. So, anyway, hope you guys are all having a great Sunday. I hope if you had rain, you didn't flood. And if you're heading out this way, let us know. We'll be here throughout the rally. I know a lot of people come before the rally. And so if you're coming out this way, safe travels, and let us know when you get out here.
Still talking?
Well, I didn't know if you wanted me to say goodbye without you.
You can. Can't see me anyway.
I don't know.
See me now.
Nope. BMW rich seniors don't want to sweat the discount. Thanks. Yes, I leave on the 26th, but we'll wait till after the 4th to come out. I figured 4 days to Lewistown to Sturgis, 2 days to rest, the rest away. I'm about to get slammed. Uh-oh. I hope not. Not by a golf cart anyway. So thanks for hanging out with us. We love you guys. Keep in touch. And let us know if you're coming to the area, like I said. Here's our information. Oh, the sky is black. Ugh, not good, Neil. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Share it with your family and friends. Give us a big thumbs up. Ring that bell for notifications. And we'll see you on the next video.
No,
I didn't see Jeff. Our friend Jeff was not on tonight,
wasn't.
unless he just didn't say anything.
He's busy. Take care of the sun or something.
All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you all soon. Bye bye.